All right, welcome in. We are checking out the new Stellaris DLC. I'm disappointed they don't have a new splash screen here on the game menu. They're usually pretty good about getting that. I'm a little thrown off here. I had a build totally planned out in my head, and the fun police said, no, you can't do that. My original plan here was we were gonna use the new energy drinkers and combine that with Overtuned. And that would have been really fun, and does not have entropy drinkers. So unfortunately, my best laid plans are absolutely shot. So while I was shoving a burrito in my face when I got home, I fiddled around a little bit. This is kind of what I'm thinking about. I'm not sure if this is exactly a great build to head towards the psionic stuff, which is what I want to check out. I think we'll just do it anyways. This one is going to use two of the new Civics, both of which are kind of cool. Tau, is that you? No, this is not the Tau, because unfortunately I couldn't do the build I was planning on doing, so I will probably have to retroactively make a new thumbnail and whatnot. Hi Matt, how's it going? Shinosuke and Bruh, welcome in, guys. So this is a little hastier than I thought. Like I said, I had plans and I'd mentally been preparing myself all day, and then those plans were dashed. So what we are looking at here is using the two new Civics that were added that weren't really psychically aligned, I guess I'm going to call it. So experimental sentencing is kind of interesting. So this one is, we get a situation where essentially we are experimenting on our criminals. We have this experimentation chamber, which does give us materialist ethic attraction. So normally when you're going for psionics, you're kind of leaning more towards going spiritual. So that's a little bit weird on that. What I do like about this, and by the way, this is using the necrophage specifically because of the second trait here. But on this one, what this is going to allow us to do is have the orderly slave job, which allows us to boost research output and produce extra amenities. So that's pretty interesting. This essentially, we can pick one of the science paths, and when the situation ends, some of our experiments die, and then we get a bunch of science. So, you know, I guess that's still kind of the greater good. And then the other one that is new is tank bound. This one can only be used by 3 portraits in the game, and actually, maybe we look at the other. Well, maybe we'll stick with this one. There's only 3 of them. There's the green tank guys, there's this one from the psychic one, and then one of the necrophage ones counts as tank bound. And this one is a pretty hefty trait. So our species will have 50% less food upkeep, but they need 50% more amenities. That kind of goes in with those orderlies being able to produce a lot of amenities. It also gives minus pop growth speed, but as necrophages, we don't care about that particularly. The big one is rural districts have all of their worker jobs automated. So we just literally will not have worker jobs, at least not from rural districts. We're going to start with assembly patterns. That's going to help us get more efficient on those automations. Urban districts have additional production overseer jobs. I don't know what that is. And the modifiers from this is upkeep from jobs is minus 25%. Which isn't bad, but automated workforce efficiency is a little lower, and the rural districts have a lot of energy use, so we're gonna have to keep a close eye on that. Also start with less pops, which as a necrophage is a little iffy, and doubly so because we're gonna be necrophaging our slave pops and we're gonna be experimenting on them. So I don't know if this is exactly gonna be a good build. We'll see. At least we'll get a taste of some of the new stuff here. Dreaded internet connection back at it again? Nope, that's you today, bruh. I think we have finally gotten that solved. I pray that we have finally gotten that solved. I haven't had a single problem on any of our streams recently. Thoughts on the new Crusader Kings DLC? Are you talking about coronations? Yeah, it seems like they screwed up coronations really bad. Hey Slice, how's it going? We are peeing as something like the Flood? No, we're gonna be a really jerk little psychic tank boys. Other things that we have here, there are some new traits for psychic portraits. These are the new psychic, no. These are the new psychic portraits. Pretty decent. And they should, if we psionically ascend, have a little bit of a change. I think their eyes just glow. But it's a nice little change on that. I have to use this portrait if we want to use tank bound. So that is why I have done that. Other things in here. Cranial megatrophy. So this is a 4-point trait, which is pretty ridiculous under normal circumstances. It's going to give us researcher job efficiency plus 25%. That is huge amounts of efficiency for researchers here. Does lower our job efficiency for worker and menial drones, but as a necrophage, we don't work those, so that is not going to be a problem there. And again, as a necrophage, we can easily take something like slow breeders. Normally a horrible trait, but we're not going to grow pops normally anyways. And ditto with decadent. We're not going to be workers or slaves anyways, so that's not really going to affect us. Other than that, we did get the tank bound trait from that Civic. And then I took traditional just to try to give us a little bit of a unity bump from the jobs that we're going to be working, since we're not going to be in any worker jobs. Think take from Fallout New Vegas. Hi, Vikings King. How's it going? Excited for the run? Yeah, like I mentioned at the very beginning, if people are just filtering in, I had something totally else in mind. I wanted to do overtuned entropy drinkers, and they disallowed that, and I didn't know that. So I was literally eating a burrito and trying to scrape together a build. So this has not been plague tested past like 5 minutes. Normally I try to do a little bit of a run first. Just check if there's anything else. Oh, our species that we have is our slave species. I went with the little googly-eyed gremlin-looking things, and I did give them intelligence, which normally you would never do. But remember, we're going to be using these guys as test subjects, not as worker jobs. So they'll be test subjects, and they will be in the chambers of ascension. So we could trade out intelligent, and we could pick up traditional. I believe traditional is what would work on that one. I think those are bureaucrat jobs, so that would be an option. But I think that this is going to apply to being a test subject, because the test subject is the job. So I might be wrong on that. If I am wrong on that, trading out intelligent or traditional would probably be a better part of the build. There's also some new ship sets. We are going to use one of them. So these are the psionic ships. A little hard to see on this screen, but they're purpley and sleek and sharp. Yeah, they look pretty interesting. There's also the Mind Wardens. We're not going to Mind Warden this time around, but those also look pretty cool. Now, beyond that, ruler trait, we did go Scientist. I just felt that that was pretty fitting. Spark of Genius. Go ahead and save just in case I made any changes in there. J-Rob says, I haven't given the new DLC a run yet. Been hooked on Field of Glory Kingdoms. Nice. Yeah, we'll see. It seems like this is a pretty good DLC. Hopefully we won't have any like patch weirdities or just Stellaris having problem things. So recently, for me at least, last week or so, I've been playing a little bit just to get in the groove, and it's been running just fine. So hopefully this patch didn't do anything today that would break that. I really wanted to do an entropy drinker build here, so we may look at another one again. So I'm just gonna leave it on instant. I'm not gonna fiddle around. I'll just show off my settings here. I'm not doing anything crazy. I think we're basically on normal settings, just normal crisis. I don't even know if we'll play that far into it. Normal scaling and everything. I do have all the precursors on. You can customize it now. So if you're like me and you never get Drony or something, you could knock a few of these out, especially some of the ones that you don't like, because you know there's some that you just don't like. And beyond that, I think we're going to leave everything else alone. So mid-game, let's bring that up a little bit. We'll bring those up a little bit. I highly doubt that we're going to go for a full game, but just in case, we'll go ahead and do that. Marauder Empires, so they can come destroy me. Yeah, I think everything else is there. Drony, please. Well, we have them turned on, so we'll see if we get them. This species believes in the greater good, and it believes that they are the most greater good of the others. That's right, we're all equal, just some of us are more equal than others. All right, let's see what we get. I'm very nervous playing a build that I haven't play tested. Just so I'm on record here. Am I gonna play House of Legacy again? I will probably play House of Legacy again when it comes out in 1.0. I think I enjoyed my run through there. Our run was a little bit, I don't want to call it foobar. We did finish the run, but they were adding mechanics mid-game, and that's usually never a good thing for your runs. So I will probably be doing another run when we get to 1.0 release. I don't think we're super close to that, although I will admit I haven't double-checked the news recently. All right, how did we do? We are... I prefer to have my back to a wall, but this is okay. We have... both of our guaranteed worlds are in sight. I do like that. Let's zip over there and grab that. Before I forget, we are starting with a food deficit. That's a little ouch. Let's go ahead and we'll switch out our crew quarters for a hydroponic bay. Let's go ahead and pick. What do we got? The research buildings are super duper good now. If I get those, we're probably picking them. Unfortunately, we didn't get it here. They did also, I believe they moved the monument, that we don't start with the monument anymore. Yeah, we actually need a tech to build the monument, which is kind of crappy because at the start of the game, you usually have a bunch of civilians. I'm not going to in this game because we have a weird start, but normally you kind of build that right away so that you get the civilian bonus while you're building up the rest of your infrastructure. So a little ouch on that, I suppose. I guess it makes I believe it's down the planetary unification line, so I guess that makes that a lot more important. Ooh, and we didn't get the research building here either. I think I'm going to start with assembly patterns because for us specifically, it makes our automated workforce efficiency better. If we look at our planet here, so if we go to management, no, we go to economy, you can see here we have no workers for miners, no workers for technicians. And apparently we didn't start with a farm, hence our food problem. That's a little weird. But as soon as we build a district here, it'll immediately be filled up because these are fully automated for us. So pretty nice, I will say, on that. Kind of close to the edge, hopefully no one's there. Yeah, hopefully. We are not going to be very well liked as a xenophobe, militarist, materialist. We're not going to be on a lot of people's best neighbor list. And we don't want to be because we're going to need to invade people and whatnot. Other things, let's look at our species. And these guys specifically, species rights. So these, we have enslaved them. And we want to change our slavery type from indentured servitude to orderlies. We get orderlies from the test subject Civic that we took. Orderlies can be employed in research output and amenities. So if we pull that up again. So this is the orderly job. And I think that's going to work out really well because we don't have worker jobs. So otherwise, we kind of have a population that didn't have overly much to do. Here's our orderly job. So we are using up food, which we already would have had to feed them anyways. Let's open that up even further. So we have 2,100 orderlies at the moment. Some of them will get pulled over into test subjects once we build the building. And we are producing a bunch of experimental engineer bonus and resources produced from test subjects, which we definitely need to get going. And we are producing 10,000 amenities. So quite a lot there. We have a stronghold. And that's because we started with militarist. I don't love that. All right, next, we're going to solve our food problem with the building we're building. I probably am just going to buy a handful just to get us started. I'll hopefully remember to come turn that off. We have 0 trade. Wow. Okay. That's a rough start. All right, give me just 4 food. Oh, I'm not going to be able to buy minerals is what that means. That's not what I wanted. Cancel you. You. Give me 4 food. because we have 0 trade. Oof. Okay, we have the experiment. Oh, I can't drag this one. We have the experimental testing. This is the thing we get from the test subjects. So we are holding testing because we have no subjects at the moment. Once we have some, we have to pick which type of science we're going to pursue, and we'll go down that. Our Empire timeline, we're going to go for development, make that our focus. What else do I want to do? We're going to need to wait to actually build a... No, we're not. We can go ahead and build our science ship right away because that's 100. Hey, if we go to our government... Okay, nothing crazy here. Do I need to change anything? I normally like to be on expansionist just to grab the first couple. A lot of people change that immediately to isolationist. We're already going to be hated so bloody much that it doesn't really matter what we're in. Oppressive vassalage, that's fine. We're going to be aggressive, that's fine. Yeah, we'll take people if we get them. Okay, I think we're going to leave these alone for now, and we don't have any edicts that I particularly want to run. Can you become a fleet admiral? Remind myself if I can actually change names here. Yes. Here you go. You definitely will not die horrifically to a giant space asteroid crab. That's not going to happen, so don't worry about it. There you go. You're admiral now. Okay, I think I'm ready for an unpause here. I'm very worried about this starting amounts that we've got. I'm just debating if I want to start out with grabbing our minerals or if I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to wait. Okay, 42. Okay, something hadn't kicked in yet. That's not nearly as bad as it was. Okay, I'm less worried now. All right, so if I want to build our experimental... Really don't want this, but I'll leave it for now. If I want to do our experimental chambers, we need 400 minerals. Okay, let that go. We got our science ship. We got to wait for 100 unity to get a scientist. Wow, I really don't like those options. Wow, typical Babel luck here tonight. I swear, if I play a practice game, I'll have like 2 Gaia worlds, a broken science center, and I have like 1 choke point into my territory. I play on stream, and we'll probably have a neighbor like here, here, and here, knowing my luck. Also, let me know how the sound balance is. I never can tell on Stellaris if it's loud or quiet for you guys. I feel like their music bounces up and down quite heavily. Okay, so as necrophages, for our guaranteed roles, we have pre-patients. Or not pre-patients, pre-FTLs. And we are definitely going to invade them, so I probably should hop in here. Armies. We have 1 assault army. Hold on. What tech level are you guys at? You are primitives, okay. You have quite a few armies. I think we're actually gonna rush armies first. Yeah, I think we're going to. So let's do, I guess, 4 because that's what I can afford. What I want to do is I want to try to purge these into necrophages before we meet anybody else, and then they get really mad about that. Weirdly enough. Okay, I don't like any of these. We will take... We'll take that one. I guess it has a counselor skill at least. Not in love with that. All right, go scout that. And I'm not super in a hurry to find anyone else because they're just gonna hate me. So for the time being, we'll just scout our internals. Normally I would run out and scout with my fleet, but again, I just don't want to actually meet anybody, so I'm not going to. All right, let's turn that off. Pre-FTLs. We could get some advancement towards the laboratory. Space combat doctrine. That's new. I don't remember that. What is that? Oh, never mind. That's just the plus fleet thing. We'll take the research lab thing. All right, I don't want to buy any more food. Yeah, this trade deficit right off the bat is not lovely. Not lovely at all. We may have to actually drop a little commercial thing here. Oh, never mind. We did start with an experimentation chamber. For whatever reason, I was thinking it had to be over here. So test subject jobs is 100 and experiment engineer jobs is 100. So if we go in here, have we filled up any of those jobs yet? We only have 9 criminals. Okay, well, we'll work on that. Maybe they'll be friendly neighbors. Well, maybe. Betting the profit dies during first expansion. Yeah. Yes, Shinosuke? Yes, hi. How are you? Okay, let's go ahead and we'll grab our stuff here. We gotta wait for these transport fleets. Oh no, see what I mean? See what I mean? All right, what are you? Okay, good. Good. They're just space worms. All right, what do we want here? We'll take the xenophobe attraction, I guess. I'm gonna go catch up on the nation that you made. Roger. All right, send somebody out. Are you more? Okay, you're more. We seem to have a lot of void worms in the area. I'm not in love with that, if I'm being honest. All right, let's go ahead. I normally don't like to go at speed 2 when I'm streaming, but we'll try it here for a little bit. See if I can get myself in big trouble. I'd like to get to at least opening the psionics tonight. A weekday streams, I normally stream for about 3 hours, so we'll see if I can do it. As usual, I'm usually a slow player, so we'll see.
A new path lies before us.
Okay, first league is not bad. If we can finish this, that's going to give us a relic world. Excellent. That is very excellent for us.
Complete.
Do we want to... This is... By the way, I do have the new psionic voice pack on. We'll see if we like it or not. Are we close to finishing this? We kind of are. Let's go ahead and we'll get the research lab and then we'll head over here. We'll get those grabbed and then we will get a purging.
A new body is fully known. The Conclave is ready to act.
I do. My first impression, I do like that. It reminds me kind of the Protoss. Okay, let's get our expanding the council. We really, really want our council job from probably experimental sentencing. It's going to give us extra unity and it's going to lower the casualty rate. Make your fleet a heavy fleet? Well, it's going to start out with corvettes because that's what we can build. Okay, another 3-1. You build that. Okay, what are we going to go with first here? Normally, I either go mercantile if we're doing trade stuff, or I think I go the generic prosperity. I don't think that changes here for us. Yeah, I don't think that's going to change for us. Hopefully the planetary infrastructure upkeep, hopefully that's going to lower the cost that we're paying for upkeeping all of our different districts.
The Conclave is prepared.
Can we look at that? So you upkeep is 7, base is 1. That's because we have a 600% increase. Okay, that's not too bad, but yeah, this is where all of our starting districts went for sure. All right, we have the 300 energy. Let's get rid of the sprawling slums and get our population unlocked. I really want to make some food because it's so bloody low, but we might need to drop another. I mean, I can't believe we started with that many districts. That's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, if we go here. Yeah, tiny population. Tiny. Discovery for fast scanning. I do like Discovery too, but I tend to play that if I'm playing something like Voidborn. Here, I actually kind of want to be slow at scouting. I don't actually want to be too fast. Okay, let's hope that we don't have a horrific accident here. And in fact, Viking, true to your name, I'm going to put you in charge of the invasion. Inner orbit. How are we doing? 40%.
The land opens to our will.
And I'm sure that we have, let me just make sure. Yeah, aggressive interference, so we will be able to invade. Head of research leveled up. Ridiculous. Wait, oh, because you're the chairwoman, okay. Hang on a second. I think we could have a better council. You have no traits. You actually have a trait. Let's put you on here. Not particularly useful, but better than nothing. Say hello to Bowie out there. All right, if I see him, I'll wave.
We build.
Incoming transmission. Okay, we've got the shattered fragment near us. I mean, they literally don't care, so keep out of our way or we'll make you. They literally don't care, so. First alien encounter. All right, well, you know what to do when you encounter aliens. Obviously got to enslave them.
Forces fall upon an enemy world.
Feudal realm, splintered species. We gain intel, sure. Indeed. Let's pause here for a second. Okay, you. Build the mining. And then go build that. Alright, now, we should be able to win this. It's been a hot minute since I've had to do a rush against primitives. Yeah, it looks like our troops are going to do just fine. Yeah, okay. Subjugating pre-FTLs. The Xenos are no match for us. Okay, now I want to go to species. So we got these guys. What were you? Conformists, natural engineers, quick learners who are decadent and wasteful. Well, I got some bad news for you guys. Purge type is necrophage, and gotta remember my I'm having a moment. Where is my... It's not the button. It's been a while since I purged somebody. Okay, yeah, undesirables. All pops will be purged. Yes. Here we are. We are already purging. Good. So hopefully none of them will escape, because we would really like to turn these into our pops. Also, I didn't double check. We do have elevation chamber, right? Yes. And we are working the job. We are working the job. That should be a specialist job. Yeah, neophytes. And let's just ensure that this is doing it properly. 300 neophytes, and they are our slave. Okay, so our orderly slave type is allowed to work this job. That was the one thing I was like, that would be absolutely crippling if that doesn't work. Okay, Shinosuke caught up. Good to know. I like Discovery if I'm playing Voidborn, because you want really high quality territory since you're going to be so small generally. General had a trait slot. Take it first or another. It also can be kind of nice if you're running some kind of weird researcher that's super expensive. It can help with the upkeep of those. Just the way that you get weird job transformations in 4.0. Okay, everything seems to be functioning okay there. Okay, move you guys over here. Yeah, supposedly we got bonus traits. Okay, charismatic, don't care. Politician, sure. take that. Viking has, you started with leader gain, experience gain. You could be a butcher or a fleet organizer. Well, how hard are these pre-FTLs? What are you? You have crude huts. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. We'll take fleet organizer. If they looked hard, I was going to take butcher. Although I guess butcher kills them, so I probably wouldn't actually want to do that. Okay, is our minister of state? He is also our governor. Are we making any trade here? We're making 3. Huh. Huh. I'm gonna take trade focused. Maybe we can use that to buff us up a little bit later. This economy is weird. All right, we did get our new planet over here. What do we need to drop? Okay, we do have some pops here. We do have a bunch of them. We're gonna get rid of them and turn them into this. Okay, I want chambers of elevation. I don't know if I build that first though. A medical center. Don't think we're gonna go medical centers in this one. We're not gonna have problems with amenities, and we're not really doing pop growth particularly. Maybe I do actually. Been a little while since I did necrophages. Extra unity. I don't hate that. I do want to kind of rush unity a little bit. Sure. We'll run that. All right, and at home, we have open jobs. Yeah, so we just need more necrophages. Yeah. And we're okay here, although very light. We're going to be able to make a lot of basic resources, but I think we're going to struggle a little bit with the advanced stuff at the beginning. It's going to be a weird economy. Tend to push unity and expansion yourself, pushing through the growth more quickly. By expansion, I mean lowering empire penalties. Gotcha. More minerals. Yep. That is true too. We can build these easily enough, and they'll be auto worked. So we do have that benefit. Ooh, hey, and they actually had farms, which is actually super useful for me. I might even... Yeah, I'm going to want one of everything anyways, just because of the way those districts work now. So we'll just queue those up. I have to totally rewire my brain because we have automated workers. I got to keep reminding myself that. Oh, here we go. This guy got Spark of Genius. Yes, please. All right, and we have claimed this. We have 14 minerals here. Excellent. Yeah, I was gonna say this is a good place for an arc forge, but I guess it really isn't. Doesn't have enough planets. Okay, go ahead and we're too broke. All right, well, instead build that one, and you guys go invade that. Yes. Are you sure you want to invade them? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to invade them.
Fall upon an enemy world.
Splintered species. Okay, so we met all 3 of the splinters. Greetings. Where you at? Okay. Well, that could be good or that could be bad, depending on how that goes. Xenos are no match for us. All right, well, looks like we win. They nerfed the heck out of these starting populations. Okay, so that's going to be you guys. Very strong, natural sociologist, resilient, quarrelsome, and unruly. Let's double check. They are purge type necrophage. They are undesirables. So we are purging them. Okay? Do your best, team. Do your best. All right, I am going to want some of these guys over here to grow. So before I forget, let's resettle some of those. Probably actually a few more. And you also 100. Okay, that's fine. As long as we have some to start growing. I do see we have extra plants. We have a desert and an alpine. Yeah, okay, we're heading that way. This does look like maybe there's no one behind us. I really, really, really hope so. All right, so scout that and then head off this way. Once we're done with the purges, I'll really push out. Okay, let that go. Do you like the new district and leader head? Yeah, I think they're a lot better now than when 4.0 launched. I did a playthrough at 4.0 and it was pretty foobar. It was pretty foobar. A a purge necro faction nation. Yes, we took tank bound, so we are really, really, really hurting for population.
A new path lies before us.
That. Okay, on our new world here, let's get the minerals first, and then actually, nope. We're having humongous energy problems. Let's get some energy first, and let's immediately deal with that. We have like no trade, so let's sell 20 food. Let's buy. Yikes. I'm gonna need. Let's buy 13 energy. That's probably not going to be balanced. Let's see what that does when my month ticks over. Man, this economy is so foobar. Okay, we lost one, so I need one. Let's do 2 more. But we're also still losing trade. We're also low on consumer. Oh my goodness, this economy. What are you building? A mining district? You know what? Let's build that generator district first. And you know what? As soon as I get another click of minerals, I think we're going to build another one here. I'm exceptionally worried about that. We're going to go broke. Oh, we can only support 6 because I need to clear. Okay, I guess I cannot build that here. Okay, generator district is coming up. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh, the month clicks over. Okay, we should be all right. That is so bad. I think I'm gonna need another one too. Yeah, you know what? This planet can only support 1. Okay, we'll build a mineral. Okay, we didn't have enough trade to cover, so we're at 0 again. We're not in energy deficit. Okay, yeah, let's slow down here. Okay, void worms. I'm gonna take easy prey. Those things suck.
In the stars.
Okay, what else can I sell here? Yikes. All right, I think we're gonna need to build a civilian industry for 360, so I'm gonna have to hold off for that. We cannot let that get out of hand. And then for the energy, we've already maxed out here too. No, we can build another one here. It was a gross release worse than the usual dice. Yeah, 4.0, I can tell you exactly what happened, even without knowing for sure. They needed 4.0 to come out because they built biogenesis on 4.0. 4.0 wasn't ready. They released it anyways, so they could release their DLC on time. That's exactly what happened. Okay, our economy is really cooked at the moment. We're gonna have to actually sell some minerals. I hate that a lot. Yeah, we're in the middle of an energy shortage. Okay. Who can still build? Yeah, build me some more energy. It will get a little bit better when we finish our first engineering tech because it'll increase the efficiency of our automation. I'm not loving this. Yikes. Okay, we want planetary infrastructure upkeep minus 10%. Yes. Okay, minus 10%. That should help quite a bit. We'll see when the month clicks over here. All right, and then you build that. Okay, plus 11, but we are buying some, so we're not out of the woods yet. All right, we're building another energy district here, and I think I might even just build a third because this is literally the only place I can build anymore. You're intentionally setting on 3.8.2. I will say, I can't speak on this patch, but the previous patch as of last week felt very playable to me. It is a different system, so, you know, relearn Stellaris for like the 5th or 6th time, but it feels like it's in an okay place. All right, build those. Yeah, we're gonna struggle, I think, with some of these jobs. How are we doing here? Yeah, we have a lot of jobs that are not being filled at the moment. How are we doing on our purging? Yeah, we have purged everyone already. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. All right, and we do have the Chamber of Elevation there. I better get my other one up. I don't want to miss a elevation ceremony. It'll be very, very key that we get that. I was hoping that we were going to be building up a fleet and going for a pre-contact war. I don't think our economy is going to allow us to do that. I think our economy is so cooked at the moment. Pre-sapient, yes, yes, where are you, friends? I might come eat you. Okay, some extra worlds. Okay, at least we have a decent amount of worlds near us. I need 360. I'm kind of like just waiting on this so I don't miss it. One more click. There we go. Okay, you are building everything I need. Do we have any good energy sources? Well, here, kinda, sorta. Let's...
Has opened.
Oh, well, that's good. You don't want closed eyes. Okay, here we go. This should help quite a bit. Automated workforce efficiency plus 15%. That's going to be all of our basic resources getting that, essentially. And actually, that unlocked the automation building, which I think we're going to build everywhere because we are really struggling for workforce at the moment. I still don't have the research building. This is a hard choice. I like afterburners. If I do a pre-contact war, I usually go with missiles, and afterburners are really good for that. Ceramo metal is really good for some other techs that rely on this, and just extra resources would be handy at the moment. Let's go with afterburners. Okay, automation building though. I think I'm gonna have to build that lickety split. So 450 minerals. All right, you. I'm really torn here. Choke point, resources I actually want. I guess we're not drowning at the moment. Let's take the choke point that's most likely to have problems. Also, let's cancel that by. Let's cancel that. And let's keep selling some of the food.
A new body is fully known.
Ooh. Found our first astral thread. Excellent.
A new mystery stirs.
They released another DLC, so it's close enough to paying for Stellaris 2. Their business model really backed them into a corner. It feels very bad to buy a sequel to a Paradox game because, like, CK3 has been out since what, 2020? And we still don't even have like a quarter of the content, I would say, from CK2. Feels really bad. And it also feels bad to like kind of double buy the same DLC, if that makes any sense. So they basically need to do engine overhauls if they were going to do something that would make people happy. And will they do that? I don't know. Okay, skirmisher. Yeah, let's go skirmisher here. Extra resources from jobs. Okay, we can almost afford the automation. Do it. And that should help a ton, because we are really suffering on consumer goods, and I can't fill these jobs. Oof. What an economy. What an economy. Consumer goods in this economy? That's basically how I feel about that.
Our knowledge expands.
Yeah, that's the other problem, Kirk, is that we're so deep into the DLC. What is the price of Stellaris if you buy the Stellaris and all of its DLCs in a bundle? $300-400 probably, if you didn't buy it on sale. That is way too high. Okay, stagnant ascendancy. They don't really care about us. We are kind of surrounded. Could be good, could be really bad. I think we're actually going to take... I think we're going to take the extra food. I still have not found the research buildings. Again, whenever I do test games, I get the research building 1, 2, 3 just right off the bat. As soon as I go live to play, never find them. Okay, you give me those minerals. Give me that.
Our star chart grows.
Grab that. That's fine.
Evading hostile entities.
All right, what do we got? Nope, nope. I missed it. I don't. Polarian automated fleet. Cruisers. Why do I not recognize that? Polarian automated fleet. Okay, well, whatever. At least they didn't kill me. Yeah, go over there. Scout these out. We'll say that the bar, instead of a bunch of blocks for the resource districts, looks nicer. Yeah, I like it. They made some improvements here. It's wider than it was before this patch. This feels a lot better. They had... I do wish that I could make this bigger, though. Like, you can scale the whole UI, but it doesn't scale very well. I think it's an engine problem. Like, I wish this was taking up way more screen. My old man eyes, we're kind of at, like, the edge of what I can see here. Yeah, I really wish that this would scale up a little better. I don't think I'm gonna build this yet. That would just use a bunch of energy to run it. We have maxed out our energy production for the moment, so let's go in here. Are you blocking energy? Yes. Okay, we need to clear this because I need more energy districts. We're absolutely starving for energy.
A new body is
$300 to $400 is what killed Paradox for me. Yeah, that's why I haven't tried to play Hearts of Iron. I own the current one, and I might own like one DLC, but I'm like, dude, I just can't. That's too expensive.
New horizons.
If you don't get in on the ground floor, it feels like you're just out. We have converted 100 pops of our species in an elevation ceremony. Excellent. Only 100 pops though, less excellent. Fine. Spark of Genius, yes. I will say, from what I've seen so far, instead of taking rapid breeders on our second species, I wish I had taken incubators. We are just absolutely dying for population at the moment. Okay, we have Politician and Spark of Genius. We'll take a second Spark of Genius. 714 jobs, 200 jobs. Okay, I gotta be careful. I tend to overbuild things really badly, and we have to pay the upkeep for those buildings, so I definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, give me those. How weird that our capital is having to build this much generator. Elevation ceremony on Chronos. Okay, so at the end of the year in our capital, let me make sure we are working that job properly, right? Yes, 300. Please build that. And then we can finally get over here to that juicy 6 energy. Is that all in the sun by chance? No. The Dyson Swarm might be an option early on.
Disturbs the pattern.
Okay, you... What are we producing here? 5 trade. Why? Do I even need the happiness? How are my rulers should be pretty ecstatic, I would imagine. How you feeling here, buddy? Yeah, I think we're doing just fine on that. Job approval rating. Yeah, these guys are going to be pretty happy little suckers. 1.4K of them. Yeah, I don't think we need Champion of the People. I think we're going to do trade focus. Not particularly excellent at the moment, but we need a little bit of trade to move resources around and whatnot. Okay, you still have open jobs. I'm at +0 consumer goods, just so everyone understands that. I think we're gonna have to build another one. Wow, what a slow start. I'm not impressed. Yeah, I try not to use mods because they tend to break every patch.
Complete.
I did use whatever the most common one is. I have used that one in the past. Okay, so we had our elevation ceremony. How many people are we up to now? 1.7K. There we go. There we go, getting something.
New truths have been revealed.
Okay, so we have a size 18 world and a size 19 world. We do know that we have First League. First League is going to give us an Econopolis at some point, but we're not going to be able to wait for that. So I think one of these is going to be, I think the bigger one is going to be alloys. I'm going to try, that's a new icon, isn't it? In fact, these are all new icons. All right, let's start it on that. I do kind of want to get a military up and running. I would like to rush somebody. That would really help us out. Unified Council. Lintalia has demonstrated incredible leadership by unifying the council and ensuring all efficient administration of our society. Making use of statistics, tradition, and diplomacy, Lintalia has managed to appease not only the other council members, but also our society's numerous factions. We're stronger when we work together. Aww. There you go. Okay, we finished that. I'm gonna immediately go... How committed am I to a rush? Now let's go research. All right, that did unlock my first research building though. Let's pop that down. All right, you started building the heavy industry. Let's change your designation to Forge World. Okay. Our Unity's at least coming along somewhat nice. I mean, for, you know, not a non-Unity build. All right, what are we gonna take here? Now, nihilistic acquisition would be really good. We go to war with somebody, we basically just kidnap their entire capital, and then even if we don't take them out, they're basically done, and we'll finish them off in the second war. I do like that a lot. Interstellar Dominion. I do like technological. One Vision can be useful. Mastery of Nature here might be nice. Extra districts would be pretty good. We also get extra maxed resource districts from planetary features. Not something I normally consider, but because we can automate that, maybe it's more interesting. Planet size, we're not doing too hot there. I'm thinking we're gonna go technological ascendancy. We're not in a war yet, and we don't even have anyone we've met. chance for rare techs. I think we're gonna do that. We'll go rare tech. Now I do need, okay, if we're gonna go psychic, let me just make sure. Okay, mind over matter. Did this change at all? Requires 2 other ascension perks to be selected first. All right, so we need to finish these 2 and then this one. Okay, so we got a ways to go is what that means. I don't see budding. I wouldn't take them on necrophages, and I can't on this build specifically because in order to be tank bound, we have to use a tank portrait, and none of the 3 tank portraits are fungus or plants. You could put them on your slave species, and that would work. In my case, though, I wish I had gone incubator instead of rapid breeder. Our pop is so small, we would have gotten pretty good use out of that. I do like budding, and budding is really, really good on psychic races because you're not going to use machine assembly and you're not going to have clone vats. So, yeah, they also added a whole bunch if you haven't checked them out, if you've been playing on the older versions. They're actually kind of impactful. Like, you could definitely base a build on them. Like, just off the top of my head, like Shelled is like minus 60% house usage or something. So if you're going for like a mega pop build, that could be pretty handy. All right, we got a faction, xenophobic militarists, and they're exceptionally happy. Strong alone. You know what? We'll promote your faction to make you even happier. Stay at 100% for me. Everyone should join this faction and give me unity.
The Conclave is ready to act.
Okay, excellent. I was waiting for that. All right, what do we have? Display of power. We are not going to be building a fleet very quickly. Extra unity, I like that. Specialist could be good. We're not mechanical pop doing. I don't need to reorganize. Pop growth is whatever. Okay, I think we're just going to grab the extra unity. All right, then our council position. So, both of these can be pretty good. I don't know about this one. So, this is our counselor for tank bound. 1% efficiency to automated workforce. So, let's say we were level 5. That would be 5%. Yeah. Is it good? I'm not certain. I think we're going to go with this one. Test subjects produce unity. Test subjects that we lose is lower. And that means we can put another person on the council. Okay. That also means I'm going to actually turn on our thing here. I was waiting for this because I didn't want to kill any more population. So we have to pick, we're going to gain an insight into a tech. Physics, society, or engineering. I think we want to do society or engineering because we don't have the research labs yet. That's really awkward. Let's do engineering. Let's try that. So we're gaining 1.0, and we should, I believe, be able to speed that up by building the other experimentation buildings. What's your upkeep? I got to be careful of our money. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, let's do some experimentation here. No pun intended. All right, we do have the heavy industry. Let's also, you are going to be civilian industry, but I need 900. Okay. Bro, branching out to grand strategy games? I have played them in the past, Chunky. I got a lot of games on the channel.
Our star chart grows.
We played a few Stellaris games on the channel. I finished Mega Museum. I definitely finished. I don't know if we've ever finished a run other than Mega Museum, which was a fun playthrough. I did enjoy that one. And we've also played Crusader Kings, another 4X-ish, depending on how you want to count that. I am definitely, just me as a gamer, I am definitely a variety gamer. I like all kinds of stuff. And so I show all kinds of stuff out on the channel. Some things do better than others, and so they get more limelight than others. All right, what do we want to do here? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, this smells like a first contact. Uh-huh. I don't actually recognize. Is that the new Mind Warden ship set? I don't recognize that. All right, well, I'm already done purging everybody, so no way they'll find out about that. A terraforming event. Okay, way down there. Okay, this looks like a dead end, and it looks like there's nobody back there. So that's good. So this is my worry point at the moment. I have at least our choke points over here. All right, you... Why do I keep skipping? Okay, well, finish that. Then go do that. Then do these. Okay, you're building. I think I'm going to colonize 55%. Ooh. Ooh. What do you look like? A size 10 and you have low gravity. That should be fine though, right? If I'm just, well, I guess the resources here suck. I was going to say, if we automate everything, it won't matter how bad the planet is, but that's not a lot. I think we're going to take this anyways. If nothing else, I can put another evolution chamber on it. Yeah, this is so sketch. I will take that though. Okay, I wanted to do that because then I'm going to take the rest of our alloys and we're going to start building ships. All right, don't auto design. Because we have no tech, I like to go missiles at the beginning. We don't have that yet. Okay, don't build that because I'm going to immediately change it to a afterburner. Save, yes. All right, our starting fleets. We have 29 fleet capacity. Upgrade and build. All right, look at that. Peaceful Babel actually building a fleet before somebody comes and destroys me.
Forces upgraded. Our knowledge expands.
Yeah, definitely though, Chunky. Check out some of the other stuff on the channel. Like there's all kinds, like if you like city builders, I did a pretty long playthrough of Workers and Resources last summer. I've done Against the Storm stuff. We've done some other RPG stuff. If you like Tale of Immortal and Wandering Sword, if you like Wushu. What are we gonna build here? Food subsidies I normally like, but I think we're gonna be going for an early war. I'm gonna grab some extra naval. Look what you guys have done to me. You've turned me into a bloodthirsty monster, preparing for war. And I think we're gonna build closer so I could build a station up here to build ships out of and repair. So we're gonna expand in that direction for now. I'm very glad that this is not something I need to worry about.
Our knowledge expands.
I love knowledge, and there's my afterburners. Yes, and there's my material workshop. Okay, good. Okay, you're probably not gonna let me do this because we're currently building. Okay, yes you will, thank you. Cool. All right, you guys upgrade. I'm probably gonna have to click that a couple times. Also, you guys, why don't we head home and land there for now. Okay, I think if we're gonna go for an early war, we're taking, or is it supremacy? I think we're just gonna shoot for an early war. We need pop. We need pop so bad right now. Are we still not even working most of these jobs? Okay, we have filled up a decent amount of jobs. We're halfway through the artisans, and we still are missing some physicists. But that's not too bad. Yeah, okay. Then... okay, both my other planets have a chamber of elevation and an experimental chamber. You are working on alloys. The minerals are okay. You need to go to civilian industry. I want to get the civilian industry off my capital and change this over to research.
Exploration complete.
We don't have any criminals. Oh, we have one.
Forces up.
Yay! we finally have a criminal. I wonder if experimental would work really well with oppressive autocracy.
Something disturbs the pattern.
What do we know here? Where is this? No, in our capital. Okay, that's not going to be another nation.
New truths have been revealed.
All right, build in his direction. There's extra research speed. Let's get power. We're going to go pretty heavy on military here. I'm going to really try to, if this is a place, rush them. Says the guy who purged several planets. No, we only purged like 1,000 pops. Not that many. Besides, we elevated them. We didn't purge them. We got them their own little tank. They got the little plastic castle and the little fake seashell that has the bubbles come out of it. They love it.
A new body is fully known.
Don't neglect the left side. You mean exploring? Yep, I'd love to. I guess we could stop exploring back here, but I think I'm just committed to it.
We build.
Okay, you grab that. You. Oh, I would really like this because there is 2 alloys there. JK, go build that. Maybe it is natural. Because it's not, this isn't a science ship, I don't think. It would be scamming if it was, unless it's doing an anomaly.
Exploration complete.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I don't like it. It belongs in a tank. Also, let's put Viking back in charge of the fleet. I want to save up a few alloys to build a starbase here. Ooh, another planet too. Hi. Yeah, unfortunately we have a lot of planets, but they're really bad habitability. Also, apparently I didn't click settle. I thought I did click settle here. Colonize.
We build.
All right, it's gonna be a hot minute. Gotta get that. Okay, still not seeing anything but a fallen a fallen empire and a split hive. We aren't killing humans, we're saving. That's right. We're the good guys. Okay, I want probably the minus upkeep to get started. We're already out of energy again. Holy moly. All right, clear the last blocker. We are gonna run out of, how big is this planet? They moved the thing that told me how big the planet was. Where did that move to? Here it is. 19. So 10. Okay, we're at 13. Okay, we have a decent amount left. We're just gonna have to build the energy here for now. Yeah, energy generation, 900. I need to get this ASAP. Global energy management. I was right. No, I was wrong. I think this might be the Mind Warden Enclave. Or it's the Marauders? Where's Compass? I feel like I should recognize that. I really hope that's not the Marauders. That would be so par for the course for me. All right, give me those alloys. Then go back and get that. All right. We're not going to probably go any further than this. You upgrade. Looks Marauder, but the tech is odd. Yeah, I don't recognize that. I feel like I should recognize that name though. I don't know why, but I feel like I remember that.
New voices in the stars.
First contact finished. Who did we contact? Okay, fragment, observer, fragment. Okay, game, what was it?
New horizons are upon
I'm not
us.
sure. I don't think we got a pop-up for that.
Our star chart
Okay, we are
grows.
working on you. Yeah, please don't eat my science ship. I'd appreciate that. All right, well, we're probably not going any further in that direction either way, so we will definitely dig in here. They're dead men walking. Well, those dead men have, like 20,000 fleet, so they look pretty lively to me. Experimental research success. Our researchers have completed a series of groundbreaking experiments on live subjects, providing us with valuable knowledge that can simulate further technological advances. We must now consider the area in which to conduct the next phase of research. Okay, so we got an engineering one. Am I able... I just want to see what we got. Okay, so we got a little bit of research here, guaranteeing that we keep that open. Let's go society. No, because we still don't have the society research building. I can't click you away. That was weird. I had to right click that one.
Another eye has opened.
Right, you first make me some food. I'm gonna pretend that that's not gonna be a problem, and I'm gonna build some solar panels.
The conclave is ready to act. Exploration complete.
Okay, display power. Yeah, let's do military buildup. I really don't need that though. It's not ship speed that's limiting me at the moment. It's alloys. Let's make our specialists more productive for a moment.
New truths have been revealed.
Okay, we're losing a little bit of energy. No surprise there. Build those. Yeah, the energy thing, man. Oof. Oof. Okay, extra fleet capacity. We'll just grab ground defense plan quick. Here we are. Field modulation. Please, more energy. Pretty please.
Complete.
I guess we'll just do this back end. We don't have anything explored up there. And you know what? I think we're done exploring this direction. I'm probably not expanding any further. Whatever the heck this is. We'll get this guy to come back over here and get to work. What are you? Oh, caravan. Okay. Okay, that's not so bad then. I'm not worried about that.
Truths have been revealed.
Yeah, it's the casino. That's fine. They don't have any population I can steal, so they're probably safe. Level 2 missiles, please. I still have this fantasy of actually going to war with somebody.
We build. Forces upgraded.
Ship build speed, command limit, sure.
Construction complete.
Okay, good, good. We still have 2 extra starbase capacity. I think we're gonna upgrade one of these because I can put solar panels on them. That was another really good change. It never made sense to me that you had to be a hive mind to have solar panels. Okay, our head of research is gonna be a statistician. Excellent, excellent. And I think I kind of want to build the station here because it would be useful later. I kind of want to build it here because it's defensive, and I kind of want to build it here because it's useful kind of now. Let's do this one. 48. Okay. Yes. Please give me capacity subsidies. Pretty please.
Body is fully known.
I'm just dying for energy. Alright, build that. I'm so bad about saving up these alloys for what I need to be saving up for. I'm so bad about that. Let's drop an alloy foundry.
We sense something of interest.
Sure, you can explore that.
Complete.
Alright, you. Let's actually build the solar panels first, and then the food.
We build.
Someone just tried evil twinning me. Oh no. Did we find out what they were? Yes, they're the gambling dudes. So not too bad. The what are you called? The Caravansary Caravan Coalition. They're the casino. Heat from below. After probing beneath the surface, we've concluded the unusual heat signatures on Bax 4 is caused by hydrothermal springs. There seems to be more to this planet than it seems. Ooh, that sounds like energy. Subterranean ocean. Sure. Do I care? Fascinating, yeah. I'm not sure if I actually care about that.
We sense something of interest.
Okay, precursor. I'm not going to do that yet, but we have 2 of those now. Okay, Viking. I think I'm going to make you an admiral, because you are going to be a fighting admiral. Don't really have the right traits to be my counselor guy. In fact, we should probably get started on a second guy for that. Our unity's fine. Let's look. Do we have a military guy who would make a good counselor? Yes, we do. You're hired. Goin Alford. And Minister of Defense is going to be Goin. And you are going to get absolutely garbage traits. Perfect. Yeah, that sounds about right. There we go. There's our Xenolab.
Mystery stirs.
Okay, 2 more traits to go on this tree. Where was that? Okay, also over here. Okay, there is somebody over here. Yep, there he is. Okay. Next step, we need more fleet.
We build.
Okay, you are the chairwoman. You can be a statistician. You are done building. Let me think. We've got missiles. We need armor tech, which we haven't unlocked. Really, I'd like to shift over to physics. So let's work on getting some physics. Artificial moral codes plus 3.2. I wish I could click this and it would bring open the research screen and let me see that. So we got artificial
Exploration.
That's not
complete.
too bad. This will only get better as we have more experiment
New
subjects.
truths have been revealed.
Okay, time out. We're moving too fast here. All right, I want the armor. Oh, that's a hard choice. Probably the combat roles. We already got level 2 missiles, so I think we're committed to missiles for the first war. Otherwise, I'd take lasers trying to get the disruptors. Let's do the combat rolls. And you guys, upgrade again. All right, before I do that, I really do want to colonize this world. Yes, I know it's Lohab. Okay, then you can have the rest of my alloys. Also, we have 91 fleet capacity now. So go up to full 70.
Construction complete.
Okay, you.
Power overwhelming.
It sounds very Protoss. Head over there. Okay, you're the experimentation observer, so you're on the council, so you can be a statistician. We are getting a lot of research bonuses. 59 to everything at the moment. We haven't built a lot of research, though. All right, you replace with the material lab. This whole expansion is basically Protoss core. You know what? Let's nab some. Oh, we don't have a military presence. Oh. Boo. Boo. Okay, now maybe we do the military buildup. We're just gonna push ships as hard as possible for a while. Forge World is doing what it can do. How are we doing on employing that? We're at half. That's terrible. I think we just have to add the automation building. As much as I don't really want to do that, our pop is just so low. It's just so low. Okay, build the civilian industries here. Let's do 2. I want to get our capital onto science, so I think, how ridiculous is this going to be? I want this to be a research enclave. We're going to lose all 3 of those. We've got some stockpile. Yeah, let's just do it. Rip the band-aid off. We're going to have a little bit of an economic bubble here, but that's okay. All right, Minister of State, you can be an advisor. Interesting. Okay, are you... Probably was just an alien since there's no ship there. Probably aliens. More ships.
New truths have been revealed.
Okay, we can't clear any blockers. We have one of everything. I can't... Ooh. Time out. I can specialize for energy production. That's going to be humongous here. Also, hang on. Don't I have the edict? Yeah. Resources produced from technicians. Hang on a minute. Are we actually employing any technicians? I don't know that we are. We literally have no technicians. I don't think that's going to work. Right? Because it increases the production of technicians, and we have no technicians. Yeah. I didn't think about that. So we can't use our edicts on worker stuff. Well, boo. I thought that was going to be our solution. Does that mean that you also... Hang on. You. Building slots. It adds extra technician jobs. Is it going to actually add the jobs? Or it adds them but then automates them? That's probably what it will do. We're going to need to watch this really closely. We're producing 74 energy. I want to see how much it produces when this finishes.
New truths have been revealed.
74. Someone remember that. 74 on the homeworld. Okay, armor upgrade. We'll take that, although this isn't very good because we don't have workers. Gravity snares could be good. Power is good.
Star chart grows.
Astral actions. We actually already have a couple of those in our territory. We actually can use these to when we try to become psionics.
Sense something of interest.
I hardly ever get gravity snares. Let's actually get that. Okay, slave army could be useful. We already have a special slave army though, because we have experimental sentencing. We have abominations. Oh, it requires neural implants. Okay, never mind. I do want that. You know what? Let's find out what abominations are. I'm sure they're lovely. Whenever I think about abominations, you know, as one does, have any of you guys ever heard of the tabletop game Malifaux? That's probably pretty, you gotta be pretty deep down the rabbit hole if you know what that is. But They had a faction who had a guy that was into abominations. What was his name? Leviticus? Leviathan? Something like that. Overwhelming force? Yes. Okay, we need one more breakthrough and then we're done with supremacy. Keep searching. We are losing consumer goods. Okay, we knew that was going to happen. Let's come in here. I don't think I want to build this last one. I think we're actually going to up the district. Okay, Matthew. Yes. You love the Nightmare faction? Yeah, I had a Lilith crew was the one I used to play. Very nice paint job on her, actually. I was very proud of that mini. Okay, we're picking up more and more. You know what? Xenophobe attraction? Sure. What do you mean they don't live in a giant tank? That's
Something
weird.
disturbs the pattern.
Okay, new research. Our research is starting to get going a little bit here.
Something disturbs
Okay,
the
time out.
pattern.
Destroyers, swarmer missiles. Swarmer missiles doesn't do anything for me yet because I don't have any bigger ships. Strongholds are good. That's pretty powerful. I think I'm gonna go destroyer. I don't love destroyers generically speaking, but
Power
yeah, just to go up the tree basically. And also let's just double check and make sure this is properly upgrading. It sure isn't. Good job, game. Good job with your auto upgrade. All right, we want level 2 armor. That kind of makes me think, yep, and you didn't put on the level 2 missiles. Wow. Or the level 2 power. It shouldn't be, oh. Or the computer. So literally you did nothing. You normally actually work pretty well. I wonder what's up with that. All right, everyone upgrade. That should be a massive upgrade. Experimental research success. Okay, I kind of want to head towards disruptors. Yeah, give me some more physics. What do we unlock? Improved deflectors. Okay, that's a shield tech. Okay, easy anomaly. You can research that. You can investigate that. Terraforming candidate. I really hate toxic terraforming. Okay, let me poll my audience. 35 people are watching. Has anybody ever taken the Ascension perk to terraform toxic planets? I think I did once and I didn't use it. Just to put my thoughts on that in perspective. Okay, 1 yes from Shinosuke. Twice. You had so much fun the first time? Okay, Wa-Minus. By utilizing hexadecimal positional numeric system, our mathematicians and linguists are on the verge of a colorful language breakthrough with Wa-Minus. Diplomacies and emotional exchange. Contact them in song. No. We'll gain some influence.
Voices in the stars.
Okay, they are honor-bound warriors. They're xenophiles, militarist. I will say they're no match for me. How sad am I about saying that? Where are you? They're over here, and they are big. We don't love that. We don't share a border at the moment. Fine. Continue building the fleet. Okay, and yet again, I swear twice now I have set this planet to be colonized. What the heck keeps happening? Colonize, I select that and we hit colonize. That should definitely work. I'm gonna need to pay more attention next time I have 200 alloys. Message in a bottle. Ooh, where are you? That gives sub light speed.
Overwhelming.
You. Oh, you're already good. Okay, I'm gonna automate you because I'm not paying great attention. And ditto here. I want this system. Astral actions. Yep. Okay, you move over here. Magnetic field just experienced a complete reversal while it was being observed. The rare event has interchanged the position of the planet's magnetic poles. Fortunately, it was all recorded by sensors of our ships. Thank you. Okay, what's this? Can we nab some? No, we don't have anyone to... Womp. Okay, here... I'm gonna get the lasers first, even though I'm not gonna use them, because I want to try to get to disruptors. Okay, we had a purge. Good, good. We still got little guys left? We don't. Okay, I need to move some dudes. Resettle. I gotta be a little bit careful. We want to move these from Poros. Yes. Yeah, I want 300 of them. I probably should have made better... Okay, yeah, they have at least 300. Okay. I want to make sure we have that so that when we do our elevation thing, we actually get the pops, because we desperately need them. Okay, we have... Asteroid. I think it might be time for a second construction ship. I've kind of been holding out, but we're kind of getting ping-pong now. There was a Toxic God. Yeah, Toxic God's the one I took it into. At the end of the Toxic God thing, you get like a size... Like, isn't it like size 20 Toxic World, if I remember right? Hi, 14 Pat. Alien genocide game? No, no. We're just helping people find the joy of living in a giant tank. We're helping them. We're helping them. We even built them experimental chambers so that they can contribute to science.
Sense something of interest.
Sure, go ahead. Okay, we can actually upgrade a world. Wow, we're finally at 10 pops. We're also fine on energy finally. Oh, energy. 175. So yes, that definitely did apply, because that's like 2.5 times as much as we had. Also, I can build buildings. We probably want to make the buildings, so resource from technicians plus 20%. Let's find out if this works. 176. Let's add the energy grid. And let's see if that goes up. 176.
Another eye is ready to act.
Okay, blue lasers. Okay, we did not get disruptors. Let's grab deflectors. Okay, strong on our own, progressive or display. I don't really need the influence. We're not doing mechanical pop. That's literally worthless. Although, actually, artificial workforce plus 25%. I think that takes us down the automation line. I think. And we can get... I know we have another upgrade we can do to our automated stuff. Or we do strong on our own. You know what? We're strong pod people. We don't need nobody. We're gonna go ahead and build that. Happy to catch a string. Night shift Euro game. Yeah. Boy, yeah, it must be pretty late over there. Or I guess pretty early. You didn't have the Toxic God. Oh, you weren't playing Toxic God, somebody else was? That's hilarious. Okay, I want those astral threads, please. Make some use out of that at least. I do know that we can use that when we start ascending. Are we just not working those jobs? Yeah. Okay, we can eat a deficit for a little while.
Another eye has opened.
Okay, slave army and abominations! Yay! Everyone rejoice. Fleet command, farming, blockers. I'm gonna actually grab xenolinguistics. Yeah, so slave processing facility, slave pop resource output, automatic resettlement chance.
Exploration complete.
I don't think that's going to be very useful for this. We have a really weird slave economy right now. So we are producing orderlies, and orderlies... Where are you at? Orderlies produce bonuses, basically. They are not producing resources, so I don't think that's going to help us. It would... Are you a slave technically? How are you a test subject? Wow, what did you do to end up down here? Yeah, I don't think that's going to do much. We would get a tiny amount of things here, but I don't think that's worth a building slot. So normally that is kind of interesting. It is not interesting for us. Okay, we also have our last lab. The orderlies are producing a bajillion amenities. 11,600 from pops. Buildings. Yeah, so if nothing else, the orderlies really do take care of amenities quite well. You're fine, and you're fine. Okay, so that's something at least. Right here, there's no reason not to specialize you. It's just free resources. You, that was affected. Okay, so maybe capacitors will affect it. Let's find out. We're doing some science here, right? Okay, so we are making 153 bonus. My planet itself is making 204. Let's turn that on and let's see what it does. So, capacity subsidies. Okay, that did affect it. So that's just weird. I guess it's just a visual thing. It's just a visual thing. So we are employing 0 pops as technicians, but there is 3,000 automated workforce here, which is affected by bonuses to technician. I think that's a very awkward way to say it, but that is correct. We are producing a bajillion energy now. Let's up our mineral. Let's up our minerals a little bit here. And then let's also up our heavy industry. Almost 5 a.m. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh yeah, let's look at the abominations too. I don't think I need the building to make those. Yeah, so the abominations are a different type of slave army, and we get those specifically because we're running test subjects. So a normal assault army for these guys is 1.85 to 3.75. A slave army is like half price and the same strength. A little bit more collateral damage, which you sometimes want, sometimes don't want. Abominations, 2.5 to 5 damage, so a decent chunk more, and it does a lot of morale damage and a lot of collateral damage. They have 300 health compared to 200. They also have 300 morale compared to 150 and 200. Would I take it just to get these? No. Are these the best thing I can currently build? Yes. So we will probably build some abomination. You know what? What do we need? Oh, we need a slave processing facility. I will build the orbital one when I can. I don't want to build the one on the planet. Ooh, I don't have that yet, though. Does that unlock with the hyperlane tech? I gotta remember, it's been a hot minute. Slaves have been so terrible in Stellaris in forever. I don't even hardly remember them. Does that Civic turn every slave into orderlies?
Our knowledge
I
expands.
believe so. It's a, I can show you here. It's a slave species right, slave type. Yeah, slavery type. So yes, I would say orderlies, but the orderlies are working my necrophage jobs. So take that as you will. But if we look here, necrophyte, 300 of them. So jobs, they can do soldier, necrophyte, and orderly. And test subject. So I think it's okay. The reason it's working well here, copy in case you just joined, is we're running tank bound. So all of my basic resources are automated. So if we look at my planet here, I'm employing 0 technicians, even though I've used 10 districts worth of energy production. I don't know how good this would be if you weren't tank bound. I'll say that. Of course, then again, maybe you don't care, because you generally try to get away from worker jobs. We'll take the crystal mines. How we do on time? Okay, not quite 2 hours. I really want to try to get to the psychic ascension. That's the goal for tonight. We'll see if we make it. Hey, we're up to 1.1. We need some more plants so that we can have some more prisoners. All right, we have the alloys. Let's make sure this actually works. Colonize. These guys. Colonize. Low habitability. Do you still want to do it? Yes. Yes. Are you producing a colony ship? Yes. Okay. I must have just been misclicking something, because I swear I've colonized this planet like 3 times. Okay, you're gonna go build that. And you, I really, really, really want this site. Ooh, and I want that planet too. Zetaminus. You know what? I'm running a bajillion energy. Have some extra funding. That's really weird that you still have to pay this in energy and not in trade. I feel like energy's in a really weird place since 4.0, because energy used to mean money and power, and now it kind of is just power, and trade is kind of money, but not always. I don't know. It's a weird one. Okay, supremacy done. All right, so we need one more trait one more tree finish to take mind over matter. So what are we going to take here? I think it's either mastery of nature. I do like that one, even though I know it's not the best. Or we take nihilistic acquisition. Energy isn't currency anymore? No, trade is currency now. Trade, you have to pay for trade in trade, if that makes any sense. You also use trade to represent logistics, so some of the upkeep of your fleet is in trade now, as are our planets. I'll show you that in a second. Anyone have an opinion here? I'm kind of leaning towards nihilistic acquisition. That way we just get in the war, we go drain their home planet dry, and then it doesn't matter the outcome of the war, I've already won. Yeah, copy. Yeah, so we're in a really, really weird economy, hence why my economy is so messed up here. First time playing it this way. As a person who knows almost nothing about the game, could you please describe what's new about the DLC, and most importantly, are you having fun? I am. I do like making like evil little nations, and we made quite an evil little nation here. The new DLC is the final DLC that revamps the ascension paths. So in this game, you can biologically ascend, which is like genetic manipulation, cloning, mutation. You can synthetically ascend, which basically you can upload yourself into a matrix. You can become robot people, or you can become cyborgs. And this DLC adds the final one, which is becoming a psychic. So we get to basically go into the warp and do warp stuff. Nihilistic acquisition sounds cool. Never. You know what? Let's do it. I like nihilistic. My favorite thing about that is you can get into some dumb war with somebody, and then you can just go drain all their pops, and it doesn't matter how the war turns out, you've already won. Because next time you go to war with them, their economy will be completely crushed. Ooh. Ooh. Dyson Swarm. We had a spot that we said would be okay for one. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Warp Maxon? That's right. Well, we're going to go into the warp. We're going to find ourselves a patron. It definitely won't turn out badly. All right, upgrade everyone's shields. And I do kind of want to get this done. Give me more ships. I'm still eyeballing this guy and thinking that might be one, although this is also another nation over here. Kind of sad that the necrophages got shafted again. I don't know. I think Tankbound might do it, Raul. Have you tried the Tankbound thing yet? That's what we're playing here. I will say, like, this wasn't the faction I was gonna play. I was gonna do a overtuned entropy drinker, but apparently that was not allowed. So I kind of had to throw this together last minute before stream. So it's not play tested. If I play tested this, I would have had our other species have incubators, and I think we'd be in a better spot right now, rather than just rapid breeders.
We build.
Okay, good. Yeah, just head to there for now. Actually, you know what? You can come help over here. And I also really want this to be done, so you excavate that site.
Forces up.
Message in a Bottle is really good archaeology site.
Body is fully known.
Okay, yes, we'd like a fleet academy, please. Look at me researching military techs. You guys have corrupted me so badly. What was this? Survival of the strongest. Today's the day, you fragile Darhesh. Prove yourselves. We have a new breed of biological ship. The strain has already proven itself by decimating its fellow hatchlings, and the time has come for it to test against something alien. A specimen will be arriving in Corinth in due course. Okay.
All forces engage the enemy.
Okay, well, they're attacking me with 1,500. We have 2.1, but we're running missiles at the moment, which is not ideal. All right, let's slow that down. Get him! Get him! Okay, we blew him up with our missiles. I had that on fast forward. Lesson learned. Glorious! We're pleased that you noted the preference this breed had for dodging fire and exploited it properly. Yeah, I definitely noted that. Be assured that it won't have that fault by the time the next generation finishes gestating. Huh, well, that's disconcerting. Please don't use me as a test subject. That's my thing. Guys, he's copying me. Stop. Ooh, we just necrophaged 300 more pops. Yes, and we're ready to up. The other cool thing on just, it seems like we had a couple people coming since we started. There's new traits for the psychic portraits. And we're running this one. Cranial Megatrophy. So we have the giant brain, giant heads with giant brains in them. We have researcher efficiency plus 25%. But you get minus 20% for worker and menial drone jobs. Well, guess what? We've automated all of our menial jobs. So I feel like that is pretty powerful in this combination. Also, do I just build some research labs? Yeah, I probably should. The problem with these experimentation chambers is it eats up some of my pop. I don't think I can afford that yet. One per plant's about probably all I should do. Let's just put in some normal research labs here quick. Also, you... Okay, you're upgrading. Okay, that's fine. I need some more civilian industry. A Turian, renowned paragon. So you are a xenophobe. What's so funny is if we do take this guy, everyone's gonna hate him because we're all xenophobes. So like, we all just joined together in our hatred of each other, I guess. It's very weird. I don't remember him. As a counselor, Empire size effect minus 10%. We don't need that too badly. Governing ethics attraction plus 50%. That's fine. Recruiter, I don't really care much about. Logistics, I don't care too much about. He's a synth, so he'll last a long time. And you lower trust cap. Sure, why not? We can hate everyone together. We're mad at him because he's a robot, so we can't put him in a tank. All right, I'm gonna make you Minister of Defense. There you go, buddy. And that gives me a random free guy. All right, we'll assign you to be governor here. We're not ready yet. Let's get over that. I really want that. It's another good planet for me. Is that going to be 1, 2, 3, 4? No, that will be within our range too. Experimental research done. I wish it told me how many people we lost. I do wish it would say how many people die when we do this. What do we need? We have missiles, we have shields, we have afterburners, we have power. We haven't upgraded propulsion. Let's do engineering. Oh shoot. I didn't see what that actually unlocked for me. Advanced colonies. Blech. Gross. Okay, looking good. More ships. All right, we have 25. I wish we knew what kind of military he had. In fact, actually, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? We need to get a spy in over there.
Molding the world to
Give me
our
contacts. Not the fallen empires. Yeah, you.
will.
Espionage.
Something of interest.
All right, let's start building up some intrigue over here.
A new body.
I should have been doing that earlier. All right, you. Okay, wait till end of months for 2 alloys, please. You go back and excavate that site. Show me your civics. Yeah, sorry. We are. Boy, I wish these screens were bigger. I really do. My old man eyes can barely see this, so I can only imagine how bad this is on YouTube. So we are necrophage was our origin. We are xenophobe because I wanted to be able to purge. We did purge our other pre-sapients or our pre-FTLs that were near us. We're military, and I went materialist here because I think we're going to take academic, whatever it's called. That gives me the academic living standards when we get our 3rd civic. Our civic started with experimental sentencing, which I have liked so far. I think that's kind of interesting. It does kill off some of our pop, which is a little anti-synergistic with having to necrophage them, but I do like the role play of that we just literally don't care about these things at all. And then we have tank bound, which both of these are new in the DLC. So this one, we take our criminals and we make science out of them. And it also gives us orderlies who are really, really good slave job. Increases researcher output and gives us amenities. In fact, we should go look at our actual researcher jobs now that I said that. And then tank bound automates all my worker districts, which is crazy good. Like, look at this planet. We have hardly anybody here. It's only 3.3K, and we're running 10 energy districts. You can't put cranial hypertrophy on necros. No, I don't believe you can. That should only belong on the psychic portraits. I'm gonna catch up on chat here. You can get a trait from one of the ascension that still makes the sense immortal. I believe it's the dark matter one. I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head. You can't put it on necros. Yeah, so we went with the Necrophage origin, obviously, and we have one of the new portraits from... It's a psychic portrait that's in a tank. There's only 3 tank portraits. It's this guy, the old one that was like the green dude in the tank, and then one of the Necrophage ones is in a tank. It's the one that looks like he's in a mech. Wait, you can take non-Necrophage portraits and be Necrophage? Yeah, you always could do that, Raul. You could take any portrait and be a Necrophage. The one I always used to like to do was lithoids. I always imagined that, like, they actually would make you what's that disease where you calcify, like your skin calcifies? That's how I always imagined those ones. And you just turn into this lithoid necrophage. Isn't that 60% upkeep really hurtful? It was in the early game. It hurt a lot. There's a reason I have 10 districts. We probably could actually cut back on these now that we have capacity subsidies. It's automated, so there's no reason to do it until I run out of districts, but yeah, I totally could do that. It was very painful. It was very painful. You can see here, each one of these is 6, it was 7 upkeep total originally. I've got a 10% discount now. So that was 70 upkeep, just to throw that out there. I'm not making fun of you, but I love it when people blow my mind on stream. A while back, we had somebody that showed me something in Dominions that was just like... It was holding the tab button. Best thing somebody ever taught me in my life, possibly.
Construction complete.
All right, good. All right, and let's actually colonize this world properly. 200, and we'll be back. Very slow start here. I really wish I had had a better war opportunity. We just need pops so badly. So badly. Next month. Colonize with our species. Colonize, name it. Okay. I did it properly. Holding tab. Yeah. When you're in battle in Dominions, if you hold tab, it highlights squares who have commanders in them. If you know, you know how incredibly useful that is. Rather than me squinting at the screen, kind of like, okay, there's one commander. Okay, there's 2. Okay, there's a mage. Yeah. It was mind-blowing.
New voices in the stars.
Also one of my favorite portraits. We got the, like, Venom koala bear. Okay, so we would like... You're no match for us. Are they a match for us? You look a little smaller. Hold on. Do I have any other first? No, I don't. All right. We're going to send... Why can I not send you? You. Espionage. Spy. You. Yes. All right. We're going to pick one of those 2 to go to war with. This looks like it's probably going to be blocked off. I hope it's blocked off. 42 years and 3 days. Keep an eye on it. How are we doing on that excavation, buddy? We are going very slowly. Okay. Message in a bottle would be a really nice boost for our war. I give sub-light speed, and if we're using missiles, sub-light speed is really good.
Is prepared to convene.
All right, you know what? I will try to take that, and maybe that if we can get it. This has crystals, and that has astral threads.
Our knowledge expands.
Speaking of crystals. Okay, plasteel would be really good. You know what? Let's get the Starhold. I would like to be able to upgrade those.
We sense something of interest.
All right, we'll go see what it is. Devouring Swarm, Void Hive, Lithoid with Cataclysmic Birth. I've always wanted to play a subterranean Probably Lithite and then go for Galactic Menace. I've never done it. I don't generally play Devouring Swarm. I'm generally not a war player. I just kind of like to build my little kingdom up. But I need to do that at some point. I like Cataclysmic Birth too, but I like the idea of Subterranean. I don't know if it's any good in 4.0, but in the past, having unlimited mining districts with the Galactic Menace where you can build the ships with just minerals and not with alloys seemed like it would be a really good combo. Okay, Inquisitive Cartographer. You're my head of research. I mean, it obviously has to... Well, we might do some terraforming. No, I can't say no to research speed. Caretaker AX7. It's Axe. Hey man, what happened here? Okay, their hyperdrive burned out. Welcome aboard. Do we all hate you because you're a robot? Probably. All right, you're gonna be in charge of a planet. I don't have anything else for you to do at the moment. As a governor, he adds a bunch of research.
We build.
You know what? He's immortal. Job, consumer goods minus... Okay, that is really good. I don't know if I've ever had this guy before. Yeah, pause. Job consumes consumer goods minus 10%. Okay, on my research world. Pop growth speed, I mean, that's whatever for us, but it's not bad. Extra housing, extra amenities, we don't really need that. And an extra 10% research. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, you have a governor, and we'll put the other guy who just lost his job on there. Okay, I'm happy about that. We are being very slow, by the way. This is definitely not a meta build. We are so far behind. That's okay, I'm having fun. Okay, what else do we need to build? Normally I would build luxury residences or a hollow, but we have so many amenities from those orderlies, we just don't even need it. We also still don't have the monument unlocked. I'm just noting. That's really slow. I thought that came with planetary unification, but obviously not. Maybe that makes Death Chroniclers, or no, what's the Civic? Memorialists. Maybe that makes Memorialists better because they start with memorials. Go figure. Ever played the old Masters of Orion games? Very long time ago, like one time I played at my friend's house. The original Moo. Make some expansion monsters. Use one of the trade made them uplift Presapiens for huge unity. I've never played with that Civic, but it does seem like it would be pretty good. Federations for the win. Rift in space. Yep, I see you. Okay, our colony ship is on the way. I'm gonna try to nab that under him. I want those astral threads. Also, not anomalies. I always forget where the... Is it contacts? What is that under? I want the astral actions. No. In fact, we probably should pop in here for a second. What are we up to?
Our star chart grows.
Okay, not very far. Oh.
We build. The conclave.
Not very far. Not very far. Okay. We have not really been focusing on any of this stuff. Okay, astral actions, though. Discovery? Yes, discovery. 250. We're at 125. Okay. We're not there yet. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't capped out. Okay, citizen pop happiness. I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh boy, we really don't have a lot of choices here. I guess we'll start a display of power. If we can get into the war, it'll lower my war fatigue. Okay, build and build. Okay, there's his capital, I assume. Okay, we don't have that much intel yet. All right, I can upgrade one more. We're gonna do this one. I'm gonna build shipyards here so that when we go to war, I think I'm gonna make it this guy. I can repair and build reinforcements from the front. Okay, our Dyson swarm. Let's get FTL inhibitors. Ever played Terra Invicta? I have. I played up to the point where I was colonizing Mars and
The world to our will.
what else was I colonizing? I did the moon and I did Mars and I did. I'm blanking. Whatever the one that had the high solar power on it. That is a very, very long game. I really want to do a playthrough on the channel, but that would take like a year. Maybe next summer we'll consider it as a summer game. At the speed I play and the length of that game, oof. I do really like it though. I like the like geopolitical simulator, maybe more than I like the space stuff, but I didn't have a ton of experience with the space stuff in it. Okay, Fleet Academy, good timing. Colonial centralization, yes please. We're also still losing a ton of consumer goods. We need to do something about that. Let's sell off extra food and let's buy like 25 consumer goods. All right, and what's going on here? Why are we having problems? Have more factories, build more. Have a specialization. Okay, also my other world finished up here. So I want you, non-slave processing. I want chamber of elevation. I think I'm just gonna drop the experimental chamber, even though it's a little early. And I want to resettle 300 of those, so they'll be ready to work that job. And then to me, one of each of those. All right, I'll come back to you later. We have definitely slowed down on our unity. I also maybe need to do something about that. Maybe for temporary. Normally I would build a monument. Well, let's just build an admin office. Just temp. And try to get that pushed. Because I feel like we're really slow all of a sudden. I want to get through this so that we can get the psionics. Oh, we don't have the crystal one yet. Okay. So I want to build Dyson Spear. I really wish when you did that, it would do like it does for the arc furnace, and it would just show me what the incomes were from the various places. I think you were the one. Yeah, there's 4 off of that sun. That's not incredible. Not bad.
We build.
5 physics wouldn't be terrible. We're actually full. We're actually full on energy. All right, let's sell a bunch. And you know what? Give me a big couple clicks of alloys. There we go. More ships. More ships. You were answering a ton of questions. That's why it slowed down. Yeah, that's fine. It's the whole point of being live. Yep. Continue translating my space shanty. If you guys have never listened to that song on YouTube, it's actually a really good shanty, but I'm not going to try singing it. You can go watch one of the previous streams where I did.
Construction complete.
All right, where are we at on this? Okay, we are still raising our spy network. All right, we'll leave that be for the time. Okay, you, I want shipyard, and a fleet academy. And then I want to upgrade you for 500. Okay. Space Shanty mentioned. I do like a good Space Shanty. A couple weeks ago, we were talking about the album Carmen Miranda's Ghost. If you've never listened to that album, look it up on YouTube. There's a couple really good songs there. Some Kind of Hero, and I think the other one's Sam Jones, I think. Probably my two favorite off of that album. Okay, we could up that. Ooh, civilian fabricators. I think we need that. We need that real bad, actually. Okay, experimental research. We got flat cannons. No, I want propulsion. Propulsion. All right, we will spin some astral threads. Okay, you don't need to be there. Build those. Yeah, I don't think I want to spend any others here. I want to save those alloys for a hot minute. Pat says, I'd love for you to play Terra Invicta because I was having trouble playing it. Already taught me Dominions. Yep, very welcome for that. At some point I'd love to do it, but like I said, I don't think that's a good one for me when I'm in the middle of working. I mean, I think you'd be 80 to 100 hours for a playthrough easily, and at like half speed while I'm streaming. Oof. Maybe we'll do a special and we'll just play it one day, but with the assumption that it's only going to be about like an 8-hour stream or something. Okay, again, you just keep getting absolutely crap. Absolute crap. All right, let's give you Scrapper 2. Are you actually on my Forge world? You. Come over here. You. Go there. Okay, at least he's getting some use out of Scrapper, because that was not particularly good. Okay, here we go. So this is not going to be psionic yet, because we still need to finish one more tree before we can pick it. So what do we want? What do we want? Subterfuge could be good. They've added proxy wars this patch, so we could check out proxy war mechanics. Could be good, although we're going to be really bad at that because nobody's going to trust us. So maybe that one's out here. That makes me think maybe Enmity. Another one, because I'm not a war player, I normally never take. But this gives us a lot of bonuses for having rivals. Yeah. I think we might do that. We're not very nice aliens, so.
To convene.
Does that have an opener that I care about, or do I need to unlock second strike, pop growth per neighboring rival, pop assembly per rival, maximum rivalries? Okay, probably not worth rivaling them yet until I have another bonus that I can get. But yeah, that would be really fun, 14. Like, we can rename our counselors in that game, and we could name like ships and fleets and stuff after people. I think it would be a fun stream to do. I just don't know how the time. If you're looking for somebody that's really good at the game, Haroon is probably the best player I've seen that makes content on it. He has a couple playthroughs, and I think Quill 18 has a couple playthroughs. Those are the two off of my head that I've watched. Those are the type of playthroughs I can listen to at work. So easy for me to get through those because I don't need to actually see what they're doing. Okay, suspect plot uncovered. Our operatives in the Fabersi Star Cordial, okay, that's the blue guys, have uncovered suspect evidence that the Lavaran Imperium mean to deceive us in the near future. Oh my goodness. Would they do that? Just deceive me? We have no exact details. Okay, so we could gain 900 unity and they get cranky. Yeah, you know what? Screw you. I want unity. How dare you plot against me? Let's take Hyperlane Breach. Automatic resettlement chance would actually be kind of useful. Okay, who are you? Experimentation Overseer. Gotcha. Maniacal? That sounds perfect. What? The guy who's in charge of our grisly experiments on prisoners is maniacal? I don't believe it.
Ever farther.
Pearl behavior. Do we have the situation for that? Not yet. I also don't have... Okay, no, we could actually just do this one. What are we researching right now? No, I want that first. I was gonna say we don't have enough envoys. Violence on the rise. This is getting out of hand. Galactic parasites. Oh no. A large group of void worms. Unsettling.
Our spaceport is under siege.
Is it gonna be you guys? $2.3K. We have missiles. That's not the best here. All right, let's see what happens. Come on, team. Come on, team. Don't let them do this. We're the galactic parasites. Excellent. Excellent. We took the bonus damage against those guys when we had the event earlier. Good, good. Go repair. Build some more ships. We must counter the alien menace. Look at what they have done to us. This is madness. All right, do we have the event? Pearl, yes. Let's root out that problem right away. How exactly can our tank-bound species go feral? That doesn't make a ton of sense. Okay, this planet needs a specialization. You are in the middle of that event. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna build you a precinct just for this event. We'll probably change that later. Okay, and then you need the Chamber of Evolution and an experimental chamber. And you have what? Wild Storms. Extra physics research. This will probably be another... It's only size 11, but we could make this a small research world. The resources are pretty lackluster. Yeah, I think we'll make this a small research world. It's going to be a while before I have excess pop, so I won't bother with that yet. Did I already move people over? No. So I find it very weird that the screen that talks about population is not the screen with the resettle button. Just food for thought on that. I want these guys. 300 of them. There we go. 300 I picked because that's how many neophyte jobs we're gonna have. And we really want Pops to be necrophaged. Yeah, 1.1K. What are we up to for totals? We started at like 1.2K and we're up to 4.2. It's not terrible. I'm looking forward to this war. I'm very much looking forward to this war. Ooh. And you seem to be in a war with somebody else, friend. You know what? You know what? Can I make you my rival? It requires terrible relations. All right, harm relations. You need to move over here. We must combat the diseased wombats. No longer can we idly sit by and let them be wombats. We must lid the unjarred. Quill 18, yeah, 2 L's. Quill is a very prolific streamer. Insult them. Oh yeah, see, peaceful babble being corrupted by Shinosuke. Okay, Savage Sports. I gotta think about this one. So you give a bunch of pop growth speed. I don't hate that for growing our little dudes. I think we're gonna utilize it. This is already a pretty crap planet for me. We'll just use it to try to breed population. Yeah, let's utilize the cave mushrooms as you do. Shouldn't we keep expanding? I'm pouring all of my alloys into military. We're gonna invade these guys here momentarily. Also, insult. What a meek and deplorable little nation the Frubolov Star Concordant is. The Council of Koros would have crushed you long ago if we thought it was worth the effort. Now he's suspicious. Worsen relations by 100 gives me some extra influence, and we get our bonuses from enmity. You got a bunch of void worms in your territory too, friend. And what I want to do is I want to get to his planets and I want to steal his pops. I think this is his capital. We need to get over there before this guy attacks him. Let's do one last. Are we good here? Yes. Let me... No, we'll leave that just in case I need that later. One more click of building, and when these finish, we'll go. Memorize the lyrics and set the next course. Sublight speed plus 10%. And we gained the space shanty. It gives extra amenities. That's not terrible. You know, we haven't had the event where I say I want to pursue the Grand Archives. I just realized that. That's weird. All right, you can't build that apparently. Go build that. You. All right, no more exploring. I want you to do anomalies for a bit. The cave mushrooms sound pretty dope. They make everyone a little raunchy is what they're doing. Aggressive and raunchy. Oh, if you say Sao, he'll appear. Here's the Grand Archive event I just was commenting we didn't get. I'll take that.
Lies before us.
Okay, I want my fleet. I want you guys to fly over here.
Our knowledge expands.
And you're changing home bases. Okay, civilian fabricators. Cloud and Strife. Okay,
Task
so
complete.
Our mushrooms add spore vents now. Gas planet engineer jobs plus 200, plus 1 engineer job per 20 pops. Minus some happiness, but plus 20% pop growth. Sure. Puff the shrooms. Okay, I swear going down artificial workforce takes us to another automation tech. Not 100% certain about that, but I swear it does. But I think we're gonna grab the gas extraction first. All right, they're on their way. Build a ship. Hopefully we're gonna have better army than he does. It looks like he's in a war. So now is our time to vulture. He has a lot of void worms also. Holy moly. Are we gonna try to take something off of him? We probably should. We'll claim those two systems. I don't want the void worm system.
A new path lies before us.
Okay, 3.6k. I don't feel like that's too bad. I wish I could see his fleet. Okay, we could try to acquire an asset.
Exploration complete.
We are maxed out on our spy network. That is kind of hard. Okay, we'll gather info here. Mince when ready, go. All right, hopefully we will not have major regrets here. You declare war. hold on. You don't have any allies or anything, right? I should probably be a little more careful and less cavalier here. He is in war with somebody. He's got a bunch of rivalries. No, he has no friends. Declare war. Conquer our claims. Declare war. What's this? Yeah, show me your wares. A skill 3 official blessed by the goddess of fortune joins our council. You know what? Sure. Let's see what we get. Give me your leaders. You, Birdman, unifier, trade focused, merchant of Numa. As a governor, does a bunch of extra trade. Okay, you are pretty garbage, frankly. Goodbye. We don't like bird people around here. All right, and aggressive. Give me some more ships. Do it. We can pretty easily get our war goals here. The main thing I want to do is get to his place and steal his pops. That's my true war goal. Jafaring aliens. That's exactly what we're gonna do, Pat. We did take the nihilistic acquisition, so we're gonna go abduct.
Our forces engage the enemy.
I will just complete my war goals here so they can't easily bump me out of the war. Mysterious labyrinth. Yeah, sure. Send somebody to go explore it. We'll send some of our test subjects. Okay. We'll just repair quick. Actually, we don't even need to repair. Build me some more ships. Head there.
Sense something of interest.
Sure, we'll explore that. We probably should also get started on the precursors. I don't have a spare... No, I'm maxed out on scientists. Rats. Net the worms. I'm gonna admit I haven't played a lot with that. Don't I need the vivarium before that matters? I think I tried the gravity thing like once when it first came out, and I don't have a strong memory of it. Wait a second. What is a rift? Yeah, we got a lot of things going on here. Okay, so this is my group that went into the labyrinth. Our communication link to the researchers we sent into the labyrinth was cut almost as soon as they entered. Nothing was heard for several days as we waited anxiously. As time passed, we resigned ourselves to the loss of our people. Then, once all hope was lost, they re-emerged. However, this has only raised further questions. The researchers claim to have no memory of their stay within the labyrinth, and the recordings of the expedition are horribly garbled. Furthermore, even though they were in the labyrinth for a matter of weeks, they seem to have aged several years. Disconcerting. All right, what are you? Predicted space situation. I am not sure where this is taking place. Where are you? Okay, it's this one. You know what? I don't want to spend alloys because we're in a war, so we'll devote some research to that. Probably should have done that earlier. Okay, we're working on that one. Okay, you monitor from afar, destroy, explore. Okay, we do want to explore that one. I do like their situation system. This is one of the nice things that they have added through DLCs. Okay, we gained some extra skill. Cool. All right, you are the experimentation overseer. Obviously, you're maniacal too. I don't even know why you're asking. More ships. More ships! Okay. Unpause, get in there. Okay, we'll see if we can make any more upgrades.
Ready to act.
Pause again. Ooh, wow. Okay, some hard choices here. We could actually build our archive, which would be really nice. We have some specimens. We could get ceramo metal infrastructure. This is a really key tech for going up towards getting the ability to repair the mega city thing that we should get at the end of our precursor. But we also have living state, which is black sites, which are pretty good too. I think we're going to go with the ceramo metal infrastructure. I'm not even halfway through filling up all my fleet capacity.
Hostile station engaged.
Okay, infinite opportunities. Okay, what is second strike? I never take enmity. Sublight speed plus 10%. Time spent missing in actions lowered. Yeah, sure. That'll be good. Speed is life for missile ships. Okay, 2 volleys and we took it out. And they do have a planet here. There are 400 pops. I'm not going to steal these ones because when this war ends, I'm going to conquer this planet. So I don't need to do that. All right, we'll continue heading in. All right, Viking, now's your moment. Our chairwoman leveled up. I mean, obviously she's maniacal. I don't even know why you're asking. I'm just gonna literally pick that every time they offer it to me.
Hostile station engaged.
Did we set claim? Yeah, we just claimed the close 2 systems here. I'm not really in this war to take much territory. I'm in this war to go steal their pops. This is where we need to get to.
A new mystery stirs.
So we don't want them to get out of this war too early. That's how we steal all the pops. Ooh. Dang, why did they give me all the good stuff all of a sudden? I do like cloaking a lot. That really opens up our science ships to be able to get out and do work. Extra energy is good. We'll definitely need it at some point. Artisans, we are still kind of struggling, but disruptors. Disruptors are really good. I think we're going to take that. I'm going to go disruptor build.
Hostile station engaged.
I do like that we are 2 volleying all these stations. No upgrade, but I will order some more ships. Continued perplexity. Further expeditions into the labyrinth have yielded varying, at times unnerving results. On one occasion, our researchers were in for mere seconds and could give no answer as to why they returned back so quickly. On another, they were gone for weeks but came back seemingly younger than when they left, and with year-long gaps in their memory. Some groups returned in better physical state than when they left. Others bore scars of serious injuries. Over time, the sign at the entrance has changed to enter at your own risk, became danger of death, and finally, warning, warning, do not enter the labyrinth. If you do, the planet will explode. In a macabre touch, Koros skeletons adorn the wall, though exactly where they came from is not apparent, since there have been no recent unexplained disappearances. It's not clear what further study will bring. As our researchers point out, we have no way to confirm or deny the warning stated on the sign. However, becoming even harder to find volunteers to enter the labyrinth. Worrying. I mean, we're definitely going to keep going inside, right? We're not stopping now. This is science country.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. What are you? Drones. Okay, don't care. I want those pops. Give me those pops. Okay. We may slurp those up. This is not an area I'm going to take by force, so.
Station engaged.
This is an upgraded one, but it doesn't look like it can even fire back. We're out of range with the missiles.
Our forces engage the enemy.
Okay, experimental research success. We got antimatter missiles. Good one, but I'm still looking for engines. Unstable space-time. While studying the astral rift, we have inadvertently destabilized the dimensional anomaly. This is causing violent distortions in space and time, bending nearby reality in an unpredictable manner. A new sentient species has materialized at Advent Prime. You guys. All right. Luckily, we threw them all into experiments, as we should. A new sentient species have materialized disturbingly evenly across our existing population. The Pigwings have no memory of where they're from and do not appear to be hostile. We'll purge them anyways. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, you guys, I want you to bombard that planet, and I want to change your stance. Orbital bombardment rating. Death from above. Forbid their surrender because I want to suck up all the pops. I don't want them to be able to surrender. No, not that screen. Look at the pops go down here every month. 215. I'm gonna have to leave that screen for a second. What do you want? Nothing. Pop abducted. We love to hear that. More. Okay, I don't have a spare on. Actually, yeah, I do. I don't need to hurt relations. There you go. We'll find out about them. Nom nom nom.
Our forces engage the enemy.
Nope. Actual fleet? Not an actual fleet. Contrary to the warning, the labyrinth's disappearance did not destroy Walton Prime. However, it certainly left a mark. Earthquakes ravaged the land, and volcanoes long dormant erupted into life. Amidst the widespread destruction, a message was left behind. We thank you so kindly for allowing us to save the beings of your dimension. It has proven most useful to our endeavors. We apologize for the inconvenience our departure causes. We were not able to secure necessary funding from the Ministry of Extra-Dimensional Security for a smooth withdrawal. As a token of our goodwill, we leave you with a minor space-time anomaly at the site of our laboratory. We hope it will prove diverting. We found an impossible object. What do you do? It's a rare. Okay, time out. It's a rare that gives some engineering and increases our empire size? Or no, our empire size increases its upkeep. That's pretty much how I feel about that one. Stop distracting my fleet. Alright, new contact. Alien scum.
Life in the stars.
Pop-ups everywhere. Okay, more. Okay, necrophage, some pops. We have gas extraction wells. Okay, torpedoes would be good. Antimatter missiles is what we're currently using. Hab isn't bad. Let's grab the missile upgrade. Terraforming candidate, don't care at the moment. I'm debating whether we should keep bombarding this world or go somewhere where there's more pops. I think we're gonna go somewhere with more pops. He did end his... Oh no, he's still in another war. Okay. We met that guy. Declared rivalry. Well, you know what? You know what? Maybe I think you're my rival too.
Engaged.
Yeah, how do you like it? Jerk. What patron you're picking? I don't know. I have not seen a lot of that.
Engage the enemy.
I mentioned earlier, but this was not the build I thought I was going to be playing. I was planning on doing overtuned entropy eaters, which apparently is a disallowed combination. So I was kind of last minuting this before stream started. Literally trying to make I keep wanting to call it a faction or a nation. Literally trying to design something to play while eating a burrito. That's how much thought went into this last minute. Okay, there's his main fleet. It looks like we pretty much dominate them. We kind of got drug into his main thing. Okay, no, I think we're gonna be all right. We outrange him and we outspeed him, it looks like. Science ship missing. Grr.
A new path.
Okay, I'll have to remember to come back for you. I'm busy at the moment. Okay, yeah, we definitely took some losses here, and we are losing some ships. Come on, boys. Okay, I think we made it. That was closer than I would have liked. Reinforce and home planet. You should have lots and lots of yummy pops. 6.57k, so 7.1k total. Give me all of your pops. Okay, what do we want here? I don't like extra capacity per rival. That seems very hard to maintain. We'll take the ship build cost. We've lost our Minister of State. Okay, I think we're gonna get a fresh one here. Stability isn't terrible. Leader experience isn't terrible. I think we'll take the stability. We also lost our... Oh, he's captured by the Cuthaloid. I kind of want it to be a scientist. Yeah, you. There we go. That's fine. He's actually a good scientist. He must have lost his job. Yeah, in an election. All right, we've raided a pop. More. Give me more. I hope that's the sound of me stealing pops every time that's dinging. We did max out on influence. I don't really have much to spend it on at the moment, if I'm being honest. What do you suggest we spend? Claims? I don't even really want his territory, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, I guess we could take the choke point. That wouldn't be terrible. Grab that and that. I guess we'll take the stupid void worm spot. Did you have a planet? You might have had a planet. All right, we'll take that. Give me more pops. Smuggler asteroid. Yeah, my plan is literally until this war ends to just sit on his home planet and take pops. I probably should heal though. If I do that, yeah, we can heal here. I'm gonna heal quick. His fleet wasn't totally killed. It's somewhere. I probably should heal up. I must contain my greed for a moment.
The conclave is ready to act.
I'll scan the robot. All right, we have anything new? Yeah, free specimen there. I guess we'll just take the artificial workforce thing. We're kind of getting through those too fast. All right, we're good now. Let's get back to bombarding. More ships. Also, my trade is really down, and that's because of the upkeep of this fleet. We look here. Well, we're also buying. Hang on. We're maxed out on all kinds of things. Now that I'm looking at this, we don't need you anymore. Let's actually sell off a few minerals and sell 50 a month. Yeah, this is a weird economy. I'm not doing a very good job of playing this. It's so different than how I normally build my economies. Sell off a little of that. Okay. Yeah, sell full. I gotta have some trade to upkeep my fleet here. Yep. More pops. He's down to 4.8k. Trade system is different. Yeah, it's very different. You use trade as kind of like money, but also as logistics. Oh, I was going to mention this. So like, if we look at one of my planets here, if you have planetary deficits, you have to pay a little bit of trade to ship things around, essentially. If we click here, under upkeep, 5.75 off of that one. Also, apparently you have a blocker I can clear. Yeah, do that, please. Scum and villainy on Koros. 46%. Oh my goodness. Please fix that. Let's replace this. At least temporarily with a precinct. I'm planning on going telepath when we ascend, so that'll be fine. We'll just replace the building.
New voices in the stars. Our spaceport is under siege.
How do you increase trade? Trade jobs is the normal way to do it. Yeah, we're obviously going to probe the aliens. Why wouldn't we? If you look at commercial zones, these give trader jobs. We don't have clerks anymore. Sometimes civilians can give trade too, but traders or merchant jobs are going to be your main one. Traders are specialist jobs. And so these would be your way to get it. So a job would give me 21.66 would be the production from that. So, and as like a machine empire or a hive, you have trade now. Whereas you didn't before. Because it represents logistics. Alright, keep working on that first. Ooh, hello. What did we just... Okay, Cosmic Storm. For a second, I thought somebody got a psychic aura up. That's actually really pretty. I like that. Yes, more pops. He's down to 3.4k. We've stolen like 2k pops, unless they've moved away. Yep. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Yep, 2.5k.
Is under siege.
I love it. Okay, what was under siege? Okay, I don't care. I'm literally gonna drain his homeworld dry. That's literally what I want out of this war. I just want pops.
Spaceport silenced.
Hey Yasha, how's it going? Missed the beginning, how's it going? We're in a space storm. Kidnapping and probing disease koala bears. So pretty good. League naval base. Nice.
A new path
I kind of want that one to actually take place. Precursor, you... Where are you at? You. Do that for me, would you? I kind of want to get started on my precursor and get that relic world. But I also want to watch this planet get drained dry of pops. So, you know, priorities. Okay, new antimatter missiles. Okay, I will take the swarmer missiles this time.
Expands.
Ooh.
Our spaceport is under siege.
This is a hard one. Arco studies would be good. We're guaranteed to get a relic world when we finish our precursor. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, we'll take that. You can put the war in Babel, but you can't take the pacifist builder out of him. Nom nom nom. He's down to 2.5k. More ships. More ships. Another cool thing, since a lot of people don't seem to do a lot of this kind of combat, if you take Barbaric Despoiler Civic, you get a war type that essentially is a pirate raid. It's pretty cool. And you can use that to do what I'm doing here. You take Nihilistic Acquisition. It's almost like a humiliation war, but like you steal some resources. But what you really use the war to do is to go steal all their pops.
The land opens to
Fascinating. Actually, this storm, what storm are we in? That is kicking my butt. You are damaging me. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't jump in here. That would really suck, because I'm not gonna leave. I want those pops. He's down to 1.9k.
Our spaceport is under siege.
One of the patrons lets you terraform planets into relic worlds. That is awesome. Is that the maker of Clay? Just guessing. Okay, we are still having some major problems. Guys, I don't got time for this. We are literally raiding things. It's because I'm pulling in all these guys. Okay, I think I just need to move these guys out a little bit. Let's go do some resettlement. We'll put like 600 of them on each world. This is kind of what happens to servitor drones when you win a huge war and you get a bajillion pops that you can't really take care of. All right, there we go. Spread them out a little bit. And hey, you know what? That's gonna let me upgrade all my worlds. Well, not all, but some of our worlds. Okay, what did I say? I said you were gonna be population growth. You're kind of a crapper planet. You know what? We actually do need a little bit of trade. Maybe we'll make this into just a little trade world. I would want commercial nexus. Yeah, we'll do that. That's kind of a crap world anyways. All right, we're gonna be a sciencey world. Let's actually make that happen. Just generic science, I think. And put one of each of those. I'm sitting on so many resources, I really need to come in here and click some stuff. Okay. Chemical, yeah, we didn't have the gravity snares yet. I'm gonna take the increased research labs, I think.
Our accomplishments grow.
Interesting. Fine. You know what? And also, let's change this out for another experimental chamber, since we have that crime problem at the moment. All right, the chairperson is really not suited for this position. Perfect. Why would I? Oh, okay, I guess that's all right. Planetary infrastructure cost. Unity. You know what? I'm gonna take the Unity. I'm really trying to get this ascension. All right, how we doing? Got any pops left? Ah, 1.6k. It's slowing down a little bit. Whispers of the Void. Okay, I might have to try that. That sounds cool. Start with a Arco Studies Relic World build. That could be really cool. I'm very nervous about how low this storm has me. I don't like that. Is he just going around? He's just going around uncapping things. I don't care. He's already dead. He's already lost way too much pop. All right, I'm gonna pump that into fast forward, I think. Living crystals? Crazy. Solidified plasma trails. Okay. I really just want to watch this number go down. I think part of that copy is the Unity tree is pretty dang weak from what I've seen for Psychic. So you get most of your power from doing your delve stuff and your patrons. So I guess it's probably also a little bit of a more slow burn. Okay, keep giving me engineering. Weather control system. Another tech I want. We got 10% of that. Yes. Now we're starting to see some results from these experiments. I like it. I like it a lot. Close you. You insulted me. Fully on you. Crystal, easy prey. We are so aggressive and just giant jerks. Okay, I'm getting exceptionally concerned about how low this fleet is. Exceptionally concerned. But luckily, that doesn't stop me from kidnapping people. I guess it's probably the same as with all of the ascensions. Like, you could probably rush it with the right origin, etc., in like 10 or 15 years and get started. So I don't know. I feel like they've made it so you can do that too easily outside of the origins that were designed to do that. We'll take some extra power for our ships. It seems like at about 1500, it really slows down how many people we can abduct. Yeah, it feels a lot slower. Does he have any other worlds that are particularly populated? How are you feeling? We don't know. I also can't fight a station right now. Young Council of Koros, we came with a warning and a challenge. While it can be intoxicating, grabbing all that's around you, a truly know war, you must also know peace. Take a decade to reflect on what you've gained. Trust us, rest, or you will break. Okay. Fine. Please don't attack me while I'm over here.
Our forces engage the enemy.
Uh-oh. That's exactly what I didn't want. Okay, we want to retreat as soon as that comes up.
Our station is under
Bye-bye.
siege.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. We took about 5,000 or 6,000 population.
Another eye has opened.
Now next time we'll heal up and then we'll go actually try to win that war. Take the pop growth. Damage to rivals.
Truths
Yes.
have been revealed.
I will take that, thank you. Swarmer missiles. And cruisers, yes. League science base. Interesting. I want to do that right away. Okay, so that's going to be 2 done. Okay, use up my astral powers. Sounding absolutely scales up really hard. That's good. There are things that kind of really interest me. I feel like that can be used as a defensive player to just make it even more painful to attack into you. I'm a turtler by nature, so. Oh my goodness, and where did the time go? Last time I looked, we weren't even at 2 hours. Didn't even take a tea break. No wonder my voice is dying. Not gonna make it to psionics though. I was really hoping we could do that within 3 hours, but I play too slow. But I feel like we have a pretty good start here, if nothing else.
Task complete.
Principal? Yeah, we'll take principal. Okay, does everyone know on this picture, everyone always thinks this thing on the left-hand side is a spaceship. It's not. It's a giant hand with a little dust brush that's brushing. Now that you've seen it, you can never unsee it. I hope you're happy. I'm thinking more about the psionic auras that they added, Shinosuke, that give you a bonus and your enemy a penalty when it's in your territory, essentially, or within the aura. Interesting find. All right, ships, go heal, upgrade. We should have some pretty good upgrades here. Stupid storm. What bad timing. All right, we are all healed up.
New truths have been revealed.
All right, make sure we don't go through the worms. And let's go fight him. Hang on. Nope, let's turn around and let's do another upgrade. What do we get? Well, pop growth is definitely not it. Let's grab the habitability. Cold fusion's what we just got. Hyperlane relays, yes please. Can we pick up that other crystal yet? Yes, please go get that. Necrophage 300 pops, Necrophage 300 pops. You'll love to see it. Now we're starting to see some movement here. We had a very slow start. I was not prepared for how low of pop we had, even with the automation. But now we're starting to see some numbers.
Prepare to convene. Power.
All right, hello.
Overwhelming.
All right, upgrade.
Our spaceport is under siege.
All right, I'll be right there. I'm upgrading my power supply.
Spaceport silenced.
Okay, all right, let's go take this guy out.
Overwhelming.
I don't know how this war can say that we're that close. Like,
Hostile station engaged.
he literally lost 5,000 pops. I only have 3.6k on my homeworld. I'm just saying. I feel like we've come out ahead. Drastically ahead of him. I always question those screens. Alien machine. Pull the lever. Energy spike. Our scientists pulled the lever on the machine and emitted a huge blast of energy that multiplied in shockwaves, twisting and ripping through the void, tearing open a wormhole. We'll keep that. If it could somehow be stabilized. Okay, we'll give ourselves a wormhole. Probably for the worse, since they'll probably let someone attack me through it. Head of research. Inquisitive, Voidcraft. Statecraft. Take Inquisitive. Okay, Deltamus. I'm trying to focus in on this war a little bit, see if we can end this before stream's over. Runaway greenhouse effect. What a waste. Okay, this I believe is the last system we claimed, so that will be all my war goals reaccomplished. Oh, I know what we need to do. We need to land on the planet that's over here. Is it you that has a planet? What do you have for armies? Nothing. Embark all. You. Can only invade pre. Okay. Oh, that's a pre? Okay. I thought that was him. Okay, nothing there. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. I guess still come up here anyways. We probably should build a couple extra troops just so we can end this war. We'll build.
Is under siege.
Victory. Okay, never mind. We were forced to surrender. Best outcome. I feel like I claimed those, but okay, sure, whatever. Go home and heal. Not through the void worms. I don't want a chance of them attacking. Okay, well, easy war. Thank you for the 6k pops. Really appreciated. We take a look at species. We're up to 8.3k of our founding species because we've been purging these guys away. So we just like tripled or quadrupled our population of our main species. I feel like that's pretty good. Now we actually are probably running those jobs, right? What I don't want to see is civilians. This is what I don't want to see. We do not like that. Okay, so I definitely need some more high-end jobs, which is great. I want to see that. We'll actually build a city district that will use those up. And you know what? You can have one too. I probably should just do that on like every world. Like every world just gets a district. Okay, you apparently can't. All right, for you, put in some commercial zones. Okay, you're going to be a tech world, more tech. And then we want these specialized buildings. And then we'll put the other buildings down below. Okay, not bad. not bad. I guess, I don't know how I didn't get these, but he also lost them. That's weird to me, but sure, I'll go take those. Do it. All right, what do we get? Artificial workforce. Give me more engineering.
Another eye has opened.
Habitability, yes. Well, you know, let's open up the specialized districts. Okay, I won the war. We didn't make it to the psychic, which is what I was really trying to push for tonight, but I'm kind of out of time. We're at 2 out of 5. We've really slowed down here. Maybe we can make like this world. Maybe we'll add just a little bit of Unity buildings or something just to try to push us over the edge here. We didn't really do a Unity rush, which is kind of what you want to do when you're rushing for ascensions. My plan is, they are yours, they're just hard to see. Oh yeah, you are right. Yeah, it's just outside of my sector. That's what's going on. I still need to come over here and build the infrastructure though, so that's fine. So my plan is on Wednesday, we will be back and we'll do some more Stellaris. I don't think I'm going to try to push this necessarily all the way to like a victory screen, but I would like to explore the psychic stuff a little bit. So yeah, just didn't make it tonight. That's okay. There is a distinct possibility that tomorrow evening I might hop on for a short-ish stream and we'll do a little bit more Arc Nights. I kind of need to push forward a little bit more so I can continue to work on the account while I'm not streaming it, but we didn't make it quite far enough to make that viable. So I may do a short little one tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll be back on Wednesday with more Stellaris, and then Thursday may see some Arc Nights, maybe. I kind of have to push that a little bit if we're setting that up properly. And then Friday, of course, will be Dominion. So thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully it was at least interesting. Not the strongest build ever, but at least we got to see some of the new mechanics. And I think these two Civics are really interesting. Really interesting. I like, especially the tank-bound one. I like Civics who really change how you play. I also kind of want to try an oppressive autocracy with the test subject thing. I wonder if that combos well. I'm worried that you can't use slavery in that, though. I'm not sure that oppressive autocracy can slave, which means no orderlies, which the orderlies were crazy good for this build. Completely negated our need for amenities. In fact, overdid it, frankly. So that's going to be it for me. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you enjoyed yourself. Thanks for hanging out and being cool. If you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. All kinds of different variety content on the channel. Check it out. I think you'll find something that you like. And of course, if you want to go above and beyond, you can always leave a super thanks on a VOD, a super chat while I'm live, check out the Patreon and the channel info, or become a member of the channel. Either way, I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully you're enjoying Stellaris or whatever your current gaming passion is, and I will see you next time. Babble out.